Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful.
Funny things that you think's funny aren't funny.
Give me cocks all the time. I want cocks all over me.
The Alan Cox Show kicks ass, man.
Welcome.
Show me what you got.
You're not going to see a lot of cocks on TV.
Alan Cox from the Alan Cox Show.
I don't know what it's about you, but I can't even stand your voice.
I think you're the biggest asshole alive.
It's going to be a great show.
Let's kick it. I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it. Come on. God damn it. Could you one time kick it? What the?
Alan Cox.
Here we go. He'll ad-lib. He'll be fine.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Oh boy. I need to wet the old whistle, as it were. Wet. The whistle. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. My name's Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. Say that Rob Anthony. He's here too.
Hey, what's up, man?
Although I guess you have a new name. The members of our Latino list, Ricardo specifically, who was on Captain Fun's Floating Fandango early on in the show, because Rob's voice, he has such a booming, sonorous voice, like a great voice for what we do for a living. I don't have that kind of voice, but a woman called him the clit rattler. And Ricardo was there on the boat, and he was helping out for the people in our audience who perhaps are ESL or, you know.
Roberto Antonio, el Rattler del Clit.
Yeah, Rattler del Clit. That can't be the actual translation of what that is. But thank you, Ricardo. I'll tell you what. I think a good time was had by all on Captain Fun's Floating Fandango this year. It's so fast. It goes by so quickly. You had a great morning.
Oh, yeah.
On your way there.
Yep.
Is that anything you want to talk about? Or
No, I don't care. It's, the van broke down.
Yeah.
Getting on 271, and it just, like, no brakes. And, you know, those are kind of important when you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
So no brakes. And then it ended up being something with the power steering as well. So I had to wait for a tow truck and just sat on the side of the road for, I don't know, 2 hours.
Oh, I did that a couple of weeks ago, Rob. Oh, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, look, these things happen, right? We we got there with plenty of time. Pico was there when I got there. We got everything all set up. We were good to go. So, I mean, I was in Ubers more this weekend, I think, than I did anything else, because I was planning on driving the van back to work today.
Yeah.
But, couldn't do that.
Still in the shop?
Right.
You're still looking at it?
Ubered yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I Ubered all over the place. So, yeah, it was an adventurous start, but, man, what a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of the usual suspects showed up. Some new friends along the way as well. Our friend Ethan from Rochester, it took him 10 hours to get to see us. It normally doesn't take that long, but it took him 10 hours. And so his commitment to the event was probably unmatched. I don't know that anybody else, that it took them 10 hours to get there.
Yeah, he was stuck in that bus accident traffic up
Is that what it was?
in Buffalo.
Okay. I think the Buffalo bus accident, do not look that up on Urban Dictionary, because you go looking for the Buffalo bus accident and you're going to find out some things that you might not, things that you can't unlearn, as it were.
Roberto Antonio, el Rattler del Clit.
I'll tell you what, that guy, he knows what's up. Intense Randy was there. I saw his dad first, so I'm like, whoop, Randy can't be far behind. Our friend Stripper Scott was there. DJ Jake C was there for a while. Our buddy Chet. Met Eric from Penn Hills, who calls and leaves messages quite frequently, so he's coming from outside Pittsburgh there. So we did. I always feel a little sheepish when people come from long distances like that to join us. I'm so happy that they do. That they want to spend their time and their money that way. But I always feel a little weird because it's a big boat, a lot of people, and so you and I are both kind of ping-ponging all over the place. Yeah. And so there's a lot of people that we're not going to get to talk to at all. I didn't see Rat. I thought Rat was coming, Uncle Rat. I didn't see him either. If he was there, I didn't see him. the guy who calls and says he's my future black stepdad, he was there.
With his 9-foot son.
With his kid, who's like, no joke, he had to like do the limbo just to get a photo with us. His head is like the giant kid.
Yeah, humongous.
So whether or not that kid will end up being my half brother down the line, Rob, I don't. Not half brother, of course.
Step, right?
Yes, that's right. But it would be something, right? But it was a lot of fun, and I met some new friends. I saw a lot of old friends, but it goes by so quickly. That Miles and Taint Smasher and his bands were unbelievable. People were like, "God, these guys are funny." I go, "Yeah."
Oh, God.
I know.
It was
Ultra Terrestrials and the Master Blasters.
Some of the Sense recap videos and things that I've seen listeners post, it may have been some of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
So
Because
funny.
Jake C. posted something. It was like this beautiful shot of the skyline. And in the background, you hear Miles singing a song that says, "Have you ever farted so hard it hurts?"
I think that's the piece of video I saw.
Oh.
Or I was on an upper deck, if you will, and heard that in like the background. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, it starts with sitting on your balls, and then you're farting so hard that it hurts. And I'm crying because you could see people on the boat, like they'd like look up, like, did he just say that? Like,
And he had like, we were walking around, but the band was set up in the middle deck there, and he had like a seated audience,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like people who just want to kind of kick it for a minute, and there's a lot of people sit, and then they commiserate or whatever, get up to get drinks and whatnot. But yeah, he had a seated audience there whose ears were being filled full of, "Have you ever farted so hard that it hurt?"
It's so good.
Yeah.
And what struck me as very funny was, did you see the woman? I talked to her briefly, but she was in a wheelchair on that main deck.
I don't know that I did. Maybe
She was. There's nowhere else for her to go.
Yeah.
Right. So if she wasn't digging on the sitting on your balls and farting
Yeah.
so hard that it hurts, she had a rough spot. 'Cause
Yeah.
She was sitting there. You talk about a captive audience.
It's like,
she
somebody
was there the whole
please
time.
push me in another direction. Please, somebody. Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
But again, thank you to Circle K. We obviously quickly ran out of all the Circle K goodies and went through them. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And the people there on the Good Time 3 are very accommodating as well. I did not hear about any laboratory fornication this year.
No.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just didn't hear about it. And that is my preferred state. I prefer to not hear about any laboratory fornication. The people who were responsible for it last time, they were there, saw them. So if you made it out, thank you so much, because it is a blast. All last week, they were like, I was so excited because they were like, "Oh, cruise day, it's going to be 85 and sunny." And then like that morning, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be raining." And it was I was coming back from Dayton. It was kind of in the middle there, right? I'll take hazy. It wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't raining or anything like that.
Nice.
And obviously there was that Browns game too. So downtown was bananas. By the time we had gotten over to the flats to commiserate a little bit longer, it was pretty nuts down there. But if you made it, thank you so much. And we will, fingers crossed, see you next year.
Yeah,
right? Maybe we'll
for
make
sure.
some tweaks to the program and see what we come up with and do it again next year. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send me a text for anything, 35192. You can listen on the iHeartRadio app. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell me to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
Is coming back to Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena. September 19th and 20th.
streaming live only on Hulu.
And you could win your way to be there with a weekend full of superstar performances.
Playing live.
The Offspring, Jelly Roll, Sammy Hagar, Justice, John Fogerty,
Diplo.
and more. 16 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Does iHeart know how to put on a show or what? Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival. I love you. Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for style, space, and serious value? Slide into the all-new Chevy Trax at Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet of Avon. Right now, lease a new 2025 Chevy Trax 1RS for just $299 a month for 36 months with only $24.95 down plus tax and title. 7,500 miles per year. Visit us off I-90 in Avon or online at markwahlbergchevyavon.com. Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet of Avon. Drive smart, live bold. Together, let's drive. See dealer for details. Tax, title, license, and doc fee extra. Offer expires September 30th.
The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. With live betting, rivalry week odds boosts, and more, DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to own every Saturday. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers. Bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code RMG. That's code RMG for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Ohio only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring
automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SERVE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SERVE to 42424. That's SERVE to 42424.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
How far is too far? In the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee, that's up to you. Powered by a new 1.6-liter Turbo 4 engine, it's the iconic SUV, reimagined to put today's adventures and tomorrow's dreams in reach. So go ahead, keep the good times going. The all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee. Jeep, there's only one. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Traffic. From the Elk and Elk Traffic Center, if your child suffered a serious birth injury, call Elk and Elk at 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Utility work eastbound on the West Shoreway at West 45th Street. Only the left lane is getting by. Expect some delays in the area. All clear 480 east or westbound. Under 10 minutes for your drive between 77 and 271. See a problem? Let us know on the traffic tip line, 216-986-8888. I'm Faith Nezevich from the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by the Cleveland National Air Show. This Labor Day weekend, rock the land at the Cleveland National Air Show presented by Discount Drug Mart, featuring U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, F-18 Red Bull Air Force, display aircraft, and more. In the air and on the ground. Visit clevelandairshow.com.
Why are TSA rules so confusing?
You got a hoodie on, take it off!
I'm Manny.
I'm Noah.
This is Devin.
And we're best friends and journalists with a new podcast called No Such Thing, where we get to the bottom of questions like that. Why are you screaming at me? I can't expect what to do. Now, if the rule was the same, go off on me. I deserve it.
You know, lock him up.
Listen to No Such Thing on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search No Such Thing to start listening.
If you find yourself breathless with constant laughter, congratulations. Now, could you tell us what show you're listening to? It sounds fun. This is the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I'm burpy today, Rob. I don't know why. Fair warning. I don't know why. I've been drinking water all morning.
No pop?
No. Nope, not at all.
Speaking of, did you try the new Dew?
No.
Jesus. You were right there at the Parma Tavern.
I'm going to have to turn in my I'm going to have to turn in my card. I know, right? I was there, and I did not go next door. I keep meaning to go to the Taco Bell nearest me, and I just haven't gotten over there yet. Suffice to say that coming off the weekend, not my top priority.
Sure.
Other things on the brain as we come into the new week here. And unbelievably, almost, well, this coming weekend is Labor Day weekend already, right?
Yeah.
We'll be out a week from today. And so, yeah, I know it's a cliche and I know it's hack. Everybody goes, where did the summer go? But golly, all the kids are back to school. My daughter started last week in the 4th grade. My daughter starts today at Michigan State. And boy, if there was any one thing I had to look forward to, Rob, because I don't have big plans for Labor Day. Oh, I know what it is. It's that new CLE clothing company promo code.
Right.
You know, now that I get to start picking them again. This is my first foray into, after quite a lengthy hiatus, not self-imposed, but I'm back picking the words. You still can use surf. Surf is the word that is good for the remainder of this month. You have through Sunday. I was in Dayton. People say Sunday there. And then come 1 week from today, we'll be out, of course, but you'll be able to start using the new promo code for 20% off at CLE Clothing Company. If you're in one of their stores, you can do it. If you're online, you can do it. You know, a lot of times, past couple of years, Rob, they've been kind of topical in nature, right? They've been not like a cream or a salve, but they've been topical. They've been playing off of what might be happening in sports or the time of year or whatever.
Mm.
Do you have any idea what I might have gone with?
Oh, I hope it's something inside with the show. That's kind of my only hope. Like, I hope that it's going to take fans to get the code word. I don't know, man.
Well, you're absolutely correct. Your promo code for the month of September is going to be Monroe.
Monroe. Yes. You have to say it like that, too.
MONROE. That's right. For 20% off starting on September the 1st at CLE Clothing Company. So when you walk in there, obviously you tell them when you check out. A lot of people just default to, hey, the Alan Cox Show promo code. They pretend like they don't know what it is because sometimes they can't remember what it is. But if you're a regular listener to the program, it's a very dumb inside joke based on the 80s sitcom Too Close for Comfort, where I have similarly dropped the ball on watching that, Rob. You think it's bad that I haven't tried the new Mountain Dew. I hadn't even watched episode 1 after impulse buying the entire series.
On the air. Like, that was how bad you wanted that thing. Like, you did it while we were talking.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. And then now just sitting there in the box staring at you.
By the way, a lot of people taking me to task, and boy, they should have. I really dropped the ball on the labia roller coaster, right? I mean, I'm rationalizing by saying that the floating Fandango is probably not the place where it would have been logistically easy to roll out.
Yep.
So I'm going with that. That's how I'm rationalizing it. But I think that when I was kind of speaking off the top of my head toward the front of the year, I said, we're going to come up with this drink, and maybe we'll unveil it on the floating Fandango. Of course, that did not happen because people get there, and then they want their drinks. They have a couple of shots, get a gin and tonic, a lot of beer, that kind of thing. And so, no, we did not do that.
We'll have it ready for next year.
Or maybe we need to find out a time and a place where it's maybe more fitting, like maybe for St. Patrick's Day, right?
Don't hate it.
I don't know that I want to wait until next year's cruise. Anything can happen now, Rob, between now and then, right?
True.
Maybe the National Guard won't let us have the cruise next summer. We don't know what's going to happen in the next month, let alone the next year. Eric in Penn Hills. Alan, don't feel sheepish about me coming from Pittsburgh. I actually have an entire Ohio week planned. Boy, imagine that.
On purpose?
An entire Ohio week. Yeah. I'm I can't talk today either.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. You're on the wrong page.
Oh, there we go. Okay, page 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. Oh, hold on. Not recording. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I actually have an entire Ohio week planned. I'm bicycling from Cleveland to Cincinnati. I'm in Wayne County now. I'll try to find Becky. Oh, Becky out there in Wayne County. She's always trying to pull the proverbial wool over our eyes, Rob. Hey, I used to work for a paper company, and this guy got hurt, and he stabbed his nuts on a key. And I go, that's a great
terrible.
story.
Poor guy.
God, this terrible guy. Oh, did he go to college? Yeah, I went to Cornell. Oh, cool. Hook, line, and sinker, dude.
Was he also in an a cappella group by chance?
Yeah, something like that. Alan, this will be the only promo code I ever remember from CLE Clothing Company. And no, for the people who are asking, my wife and I went to see Dave Chappelle, summer camp, Dave Chappelle and Friends on Friday night in Dayton. I did not see Dick. That was like Rob was really pushing me to do it. I mentioned somewhat in passing that, because I didn't want to let Dick down. But just I didn't make it out there to see him. That wasn't really part of the plan.
No.
But I bet anything that he didn't miss me at all. So,
I bet he did.
I don't know about that. I don't know that he at all even remembered what was going on this past weekend.
There's no way he forgot about that.
No
way.
Yeah.
Still waiting outside for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Alan?
Oh, he's still waiting
Just
outside.
sitting outside waiting, yeah.
Oh, see, that would make me feel terrible.
Playing the banjo.
Yeah.
And the notes just get sadder and sadder as the hours pass.
It slows down. No. Nice and loud so everybody can hear across
That's how it
the
started.
way. Yep. And then kind of a Doppler effect sits in.
Like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber just sitting there waiting, checking his watch. Maybe she meant PM.
Yeah, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
And then it just gets quieter and quieter as he walks back into the building, as I clearly didn't show up to see him.
Poor bastard.
But I bet, you know what? He is a mensch, and I bet if I were to talk to him and I said, hey, it just didn't work out, time was tight, sorry, he'd go, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine. But wouldn't it be great if he went the other way?
Just went
and
nuts on you?
just went nuclear on me.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Out of
I
character.
waited for you.
Yeah, out of character. Well, but there were no firm plans. I mean, we're obviously around here goofing about it, but there were no firm plans to do anything like that.
Well, I mean, I was pushing for it.
If I had the moxie, I would have sent someone in my stead. Like
Son
back
of a
in...
bitch.
Yeah, you say it. Back in medieval times or whatever when, someone would send someone ahead. I don't know what they called them, like a herald, right? The British are coming. You'd send someone ahead.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I could have done that. Or behind, or to the side. I don't know.
Paul Revere style?
Yeah. Again, I don't, I think I would, I'm the only one who hasn't met him. Bill Squire met him, Mary Santora met him, and Pound Cake when we were all here on the show. You've never met him, though.
No.
And so my thought is perhaps in this new era of the program that we just kind of keep it to that. We talk to him on the air and we have fun with him that way. All right.
I'll set something up for you.
Oh, you will? Yeah. I'm perfectly capable of setting something up. I heard from Chris, who is one of our bureau chiefs in North Carolina. He is, in fact, at North Carolina State University on the faculty side, Rob. This guy knows what's up. Right? This is a man of academia.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man of letters, I have to assume. This is someone who has accomplished quite a bit. Alan, I was in the ABC store. That's North Carolina's version of the state liquor store. I was in Clayton, North Carolina. And I heard a woman ask the employees there if they had Malort. And the lady looked very confused, had no clue what it was. And I looked over and said, that's the worst tasting thing ever. And the woman who asked about the Malort said, yeah, it's a Chicago thing. He said, I can't help but wonder if the labia roller coaster has made its way to North Carolina. That was the iteration, the one and only so far iteration of our signature drink was on the Guardian's home opening broadcast.
Yep.
Where it was the Malort. It was the Faygo Cola or Rock and Rye? Which did we go with?
It was Rock and Rye.
Rock and Rye, and then I think we threw an olive in there.
There was black
Something.
olives, right?
Yeah.
What the hell else? Was that it?
Something like that.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. And I thought at first, I'm like, I wonder if maybe it's just the mix is wrong. No. It was just bad.
Yeah, it's I'm not quite sure how to approach things like that moving forward. But anyway, long story short, Monroe is going to be your word over there at CLE Clothing Company come September. Your Cleveland Guardians, they have spent the past 2 weekends getting swept.
Yeah.
By the way. It ain't been fun for those guys on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it was the Braves weekend before last. And then the Rangers just bent them over.
Oh, yeah.
Last night. But they will play again tonight. They start hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. Gave away some tickets for Wednesday's game last week. They'll stick around. They'll play the Rays. They'll play the Mariners over the weekend coming up. And then I guess they get Monday and Tuesday off, right? They're not going to play on Labor Day proper.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I didn't look that far into the schedule, but I don't think they have a game scheduled that day.
But a lot of the national media is talking about the gambling investigation over there at Cleveland Guardians Central. and having to, the two guys that they're investigating, right? They're investigating Emmanuel Clase, and who was the first guy? Luis Ortiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they called Luis Ortiz in the locker room, Rob?
Mm-mm. Luis?
Roberto Antonio El Rattler del Clip.
I'm sorry, that's you. That's not
That is
Luis
me.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys, like, they don't have any, like, they don't have lockers anymore. It's not like they're kind of keeping a flame lit for them. They're trying to figure out what's going to happen, and so these guys are kind of out of sight, out of mind, right? Other guys on the team don't even know if these dudes are coming back.
Right.
But there's still baseball to be played, so they got to continue. They're on paid administrative leave. That ain't bad. You get paid? I mean, through the end of the week.
Yeah.
But still, I have to think it's going to be a hell of a lot longer than that. But I mean, paid leave. Is it in your contract, by the way? A lot of these ironclad sports contracts, is it in the contract? They're like, hey, if I get in trouble for doing something, you guys still have to pay me.
I'm sure there's a clause in there about being let go for cause.
Yeah.
Right? So I think gambling probably falls under that. They're paid right now. But I think if, like, it comes out there's more and more, about them, my gut says they will be not paid.
Gotcha. And then it's off to Japan or the Philippines.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, you go play out the
Overseas.
rest of your career. Yep.
But do they don't pay that kind of money overseas, do they?
No.
No.
But they'll still make a lot of money.
You'll make money. You'll play.
Live in Japan.
Live in Japan. Big in Japan. He's big in Japan. Or somewhere. You know what happened to Trevor Bauer? When that whole Michigas was going on with him, he went overseas to play in Japan. Like that Tom Selleck movie. What was the one where he goes overseas? Was it Mr. Baseball?
Yep.
Right? He goes overseas. This is when Tom Selleck was like a big deal.
I loved that
back
movie.
in the day. I haven't seen it in 30 years. But it was him and Dennis Haysbert, who, of course, famous around these parts for being in Major League. So you have to wonder if Dennis Haysbert was running the risk of being typecast in baseball movies. Because it was basically those two dudes, and then everybody else was Japanese in that movie.
Yeah, because he was Pedro Serrano in Major League.
Mm-hmm. A guy who plays for the Yankees is traded to Japan. Now, that's not something that actually happens, is it? Major League Baseball doesn't trade players overseas.
No.
And so they, it's a classic story of a guy who's a little long in the tooth, and they got some young hot dude coming up, so they eject him, and he goes over there and makes a name for himself in Japan. And spoiler, they end up winning the whole thing.
Oh, damn it! Thanks a lot.
and then he comes back to the United States. That's what you call Deus ex machina for you playwrights, right? Everything gets wrapped up. Chekhov's gun is really whether not the story is particularly complex. Something happens in the third act, but they go, it's all fine. This showed up. He did so well in Japan. It's like me when I was trying to get a radio career up and running. It's real easy to be an American. At least it used to be. It's probably like anything else. It probably isn't that much anymore. But in the mid-'90s, when I was trying to get my first full-time job, it was real easy because you're a novelty to get a job on the radio if you're an American overseas.
Yep.
Right? There were Japanese radio. Now, these are stations where they speak English. So it's not like you got to go over there and learn the language. It would probably be very helpful to you to learn the language. But there's a lot of places around the world, especially broadcasting-wise, where they are speaking English. Or at the very least, you would have to learn some conversational Japanese or, whatever. I knew a couple of guys who went overseas, and they were kings of the castle. They had the run of the joint. But you end up having to decide, do I want to stay over here? Because either it gets too good to leave, or they meet somebody, or they're kind of like, they get used to it, and they're like, I'm never going to leave. And my thought was, well, if I decide I do want to leave, I don't know the people over here are going to take me seriously. Because it seems like, since it is easier going overseas, I don't know. So when a friend of mine was at a radio station in Stockholm, Sweden, and he was getting out of the biz. It was an American rock station in Stockholm. I don't even know if it's there anymore. And he was like, and I wasn't getting that many bites. He goes, hey, you could come over here and you'd be running everything. And Stockholm's a great city, right? Beautiful. And you go, well, think about it for a second. He goes, all the American bands, when they're touring, they come to play Sweden, they're doing your show. But he seemed a little thirsty for it, too. Obviously, he was really selling it to me. And I go, I don't know about that. And I ended up staying stateside and taking a job in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which, who knows if I'd gone the other way. Who knows, Rob, if I was the biggest radio star in Sweden. You imagine that?
Well, I mean, when you compare the two things side by side, it must have been a very easy decision for you to go to Kalamazoo over Stockholm, Sweden.
I don't know that it was. But I was worried. I'd be like, Flinde hörnde flagen.
Yeah, you turn into that.
Hurty and the blurfish. It was mid-90s.
Hurty.
Hurty and the blurfish. Having to learn the local color, the local color's white. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
But having to learn those things. So when these baseball players go overseas, because obviously you want to literally and figuratively stay in the game, you'll make a little bit of money. And so, I don't know if there's I don't know if there's ever a scenario, Rob, in which we might be traded to a Japanese station. I don't think that would be the case, but you never know anymore. This business is changing.
It would be fun.
So frequently.
I would have a blast.
You would?
Yeah, dude. Go to Japan and be on the air and then...
Yeah, but it's like, a lot of European countries, if there's a language barrier, you can kind of figure it out, because ultimately it's all coming from Latin. In Asia, boy, it is. Oof.
I got those translate glasses now. Like,
I guess it's probably a lot easier, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We would be huge there in many ways.
All right, come on over. AC the Clit Rattler. Good morning, Tokyo.
I'm not feeling it. I mean, there's a learning curve there, obviously. Alan, don't forget you guys put mustard in the labia roller coaster. Is that true? We put a little dollop of mustard in there.
Oh, ballpark mustard, I think, right?
Okay, Bertman's ballpark mustard.
So we were clearly just goofing around.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we did.
Alan, it's much easier to leave the U.S. than to get back in. That was my experience when I honeymooned in Paris. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send me a text, 35192. I want to go see the band Set It Off. This is a Tampa band, but they kind of have Cleveland roots. Frontman for this band really blew up on YouTube, but he went to Oberlin. He ended up playing with All Time Low at House of Blues here in Cleveland. Cody Carson, the frontman for Set It Off. And they're coming to the House of Blues on Saturday, November 1st, with a bunch of other bands, a band called Vana and the Pretty Wild, who are great, and Fame on Fire. Ticketmaster.com has the details. You want to get my first pair of tickets this week. 2 for the Set It Off tour here in Cleveland on November 1 at the House of Blues. Caller 10, good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
From the Avon Lake Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Studios, we say yes.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
100.7 WMMS, Cleveland. Call the Alan Cox Show.
You use your microphone for f***ing, you think you're powerful and smart? You're a f***ing idiot.
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
$35192 if you want to send me a text. Hit us up at alancoxshow.com for email. If you are on the iHeartRadio app, tell me where you're listening if you're out of state. I sent out a batch of stickers again this morning, and so people need those. You can always email me for them. Guardians coming off a tough weekend. Last 2 weekends, they've gotten swept by the Atlanta Braves and the Texas Rangers, respectively. The final yesterday, Guardians scored 3 runs in 3 games.
Yeah.
Yesterday was 5-0. Saturday was 10-0. Are the Rangers that good? I guess I wasn't really keeping. They're like middle of the pack.
Yeah. It was just a really, really bad weekend.
I guess so.
Bats were silent.
Silent bats over there to wherever they played. Out there in Arlington, Texas, I guess, right? And they are back home tonight. They start up against the Tampa Bay Rays, who are, at least in the standings, a similarly matched team. So we'll see how that goes. 6:40 is when your first pitch will begin. And so we'll roll shortly after 6, get you into pregame there. And you'll hear that on the app there as well. Hello, Dan.
Yo, what's up, Alan?
How are you, Dan?
Doing fantastic, man. It's been a while since I talked to you last.
Cool.
Hey, I wanted to get your opinion, if you know about this or not, the outer space object known as 3I Atlas.
Oh, boy, I don't. I usually try to keep my ear to the ground and that kind of stuff, but I hope that you'll give me the Cliff's Notes here.
The third intergalactic object that we've ever spotted. And
is this the rock that the guy thinks is an alien spaceship?
That was, I think you're talking about Oumuamua or something like that. The
Gesundheit.
Hawaiian one.
Okay. No, there's some astrophysicist. I don't know if he's of Neil deGrasse Tyson's ilk, but there's some guy who goes, this does not look like a naturally occurring rock. It looks like a giant cigar. And so it's led this guy to believe, with whatever information he's able to analyze and process, that it could very well be an alien craft.
Alan, you got to look into it, man. It's incredible. It's not giving off the normal comet gases, and it looks exactly like an alien spacecraft would look like. It's the size of Manhattan, and it's going 20,000 miles an hour right towards our solar system.
First off, Dan, don't tell me what to do, all right? Second of all, listen. No, listen, I'm fascinated by that. My thought is, anytime I read something like that, I go, it could not have come at a better time. Just, let's wipe the slate clean. Who are we fooling?
Send it.
What?
I said just send it already. Send the answer. No, I understand, but I think it's very very interesting if you look into it at all. I thought for sure, a man of your intellectual prowess would have already known about this, but the second
I'm really good at I'm really good at kind of taking a brief glance at those kinds of things and then reading the first couple of paragraphs, Dan.
Yeah.
But I haven't done a deep dive. But when is it supposed to get here?
So I've gotten 2 different answers for that. It looks like middle of December or March. I don't know, but I guess we're going to be on the other side of the sun or something. So it's not going to come close to Earth, but it is going to fly through our entire solar system. And it's the size of Manhattan. I think it's really interesting. I think it's amazing. Once you start, reading about how it doesn't look like anything we've ever seen. And I'm just ready for aliens to just, land and turn us all into, CIA.
I mean, I guess my thought is everything that we see coming from space is like nothing we've ever seen.
That is true.
Just because it's in a rock formation or whatever. Great Ace Frehley song. Listen, I cannot wait for this space cigar to come and immolate and let the planet begin anew, Dan.
Hey, the second thing I wanted to ask is, did you possibly see the Raja Jackson beatdown of the wrestler that was savage, and it's all over the internet? I wanted to get your take on that, and I'll let you go.
That I did see. I know all I know of Quentin Rampage Jackson is he played B.A. Baracus in the Liam Neeson A-Team film, Rob. But he's got I know he was a UFC fighter, but I mean, that was supposed to be his big foray into films, and I don't know that anything came of that, but his kid is like putting on some show, and he starts like beating the hell out of the dude. The guy's alive. I mean, they said he's kind of beat up.
I hope he's alive. It looked really bad, and there's the social media is split. Half of people are like, sort of on Raj's side because whatever, there was disrespect, but I mean, it's just clear as day that was attempted murder, in my opinion.
What kind of, I don't know the backstory, but what kind of disrespect warrants that kind of, dare I say, Dan, savagery?
That is exactly what it was. I guess, I don't guess. There's a video of the guy, Stu, hitting the Raj over the head with either a beer can or a beer bottle. Maybe he didn't know about it. Maybe he did. It's a whole thing, but there was hours in between the beer over the head incident and to the point where, you obviously saw the video, the beatdown. But in between that, after the beer over Raj's head, he also shook hands with the guy that he later beats up after the beer can. So they already said, hey, everything's cool. It's I thought you were in on it. I thought you were going to sell, like the WWF, you get hit over the head and you have to sell it. But he didn't sell it. And, I just wanted to get your take on that.
Gosh, Dan, it's almost as though these wrestlers and MMA fighters aren't thinking clearly. It's almost as though they've taken a lot of blunt force trauma.
It's almost as if they're not very smart. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about how smart they are, but man, you start taking shots to the head, and you're not going to have a long and fruitful career. All right, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, man.
All right, there's Dan checking in from North Olmsted. I'm told I have a phone screener temporarily, Rob.
Yes.
That's pretty rad, man.
Sports. Here they come with a laugh and a cheer. Marching strong, spreading joy, no fear. A flash of green, a gleam in their eyes. The society's here and they're aiming high. Green Dildo Society, bold and free.
They've struck again, Rob. That Green Dildo Society. See, we got a few more few more months of AI fun before that space cigar takes us out, right? Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh-huh.
One throwaway joke turns into
The Green Dildo Society has struck again. This time, they were the update last time was that the 2 or 3 instances where this happened at WNBA games, there was some crypto douche behind it and said that, I don't know if he was slipping dudes money to throw them out on the court or whatever. They scooped up a couple of guys who were like between 18 and 23. And this time, that Green Dildo Society has struck again during the Titans-Vikings preseason game. People love nothing more than a copycat. It's not even a crime. It's annoying. I think it's largely a victimless crime. But you're really not going to get the coverage at a football stadium that you would get in a basketball arena. The Green Dildo has made it to the NFL field. Here, I'll show you the piece of video here. This was at the Titans. See, they zoom in. There it is. I don't know if it made it all the way to the 50-yard line, but it's almost as though it was planted there. It's almost as though somebody just went out there. Now, could it be that one of the cheerleaders was hiding it on her way into the venue?
Where would she be doing that, Alan?
Rob, see me after the show, will you? Okay. Is there a chance that could have taken place? I mean, the girls were cheering, and of course they sent out, I don't know if this is on the Tennessee side, and they sent out some poor sap to run out there, one of the sideline guys, to go out there and grab it and run it back to the sideline. But you have to wonder if there was any level of conversation with the cheerleaders about, hey, I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but does anybody want this?
But is the big deal that it's a green one? Because people have been throwing dildos on football fields since the beginning of time.
Have they?
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I have to think football. Well, I'm going to sound really stupid here. I was ready to say I have to think that the game of football predates the dildo, and that's probably absolutely not true.
Yeah, I would
They've
assume.
probably been, gals back in the day were getting splinters down there.
Oh, without question.
Oof. So, yeah. Okay, so you're going with since the dawn of time, people have been throwing dildos on football
Maybe not that
fields.
long, but for a long time, people have been throwing dildos on football fields.
Wow.
I remember there was a monster one that went out and it bounced through the end zone.
Yep.
That was like 5 years ago, I think.
Okay.
So I think the fact that it's getting coverage because of the NFL is because it was green, right?
Yeah.
So it's matching what they were doing at the NBA games.
And
WNBA games.
joke's on them, because neither the Vikings nor the Titans even have green in their team colors. Dummies. Duh. Earlier this week, a 32-year-old, wait for it, Ohio man was arrested for the Dallas Wings New York Liberty situation. That was earlier this month. Somebody whipped a sex toy out there because it hit a kid.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right? That's when you grab the assault charge. You're whipping dildos, and again, big picture, you could theoretically say victimless crime. But if it hits a 12-year-old girl, A, gross, B, then you caught an assault charge.
Well, and they're going to make an example of this dude. You know what I mean? They want it to stop. They're going to throw everything they possibly can at him.
Yeah. Titans got that first round pick, that first overall guy, right? Didn't he play for the Titans? Cameron Ward, isn't that the guy they grabbed? The very top of the thing?
Yes.
And your Browns won over the weekend? The Royal U? When we were setting sail on Captain Fun's Floating Fandango, that Browns game, I was thinking that as we sailed further out in the lake, I would maybe hear the roar of the cheers. I don't recall hearing that, though. But they did win. Somebody posted, Browns are the best team in the NFL when it doesn't matter. They're great in the preseason. Historically, that's kind of been the case, right?
Well, the last time they went undefeated in the preseason, they lost every single game in the regular season.
Yeah. 1917 over the LA Rams. So, yeah. We'll be giving you details, by the way, on our, whatever they're going to be called, traditionally our Cox Out pregame parties. I'll be able to tell you about that very, very soon. But, yeah, the green, we call them the Green Dildo Society. I've seen them referred to as an army. That seems like you're overstating the case. I would like to think that society sounds a little bit more official. It sounds like, well, maybe there might be some gatekeeping going on. Like there might be a couple of forms you got to fill out to get in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could be way
Initiation.
off. Yeah, you get jumped in.
Some hazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only we had something thick and latex to beat you about the head, neck, and chest with.
Can't use the green ones, though. Those are for the games.
Yeah, you got to save. Those are game balls.
Right.
Attached to a game shaft when you're throwing them out there.
You want to get the mice out of your shed and your house. You give them an opportunity like Chaz Palminteri did in A Bronx Tale. Those bikers are in the bar. They're being rowdy. The one guy just tells them they want to have some beers, and he says, okay, you spoke like a gentleman. You guys can stay. Then they start dousing the bartender in beer, and he locks the door, and he says, now you can't leave. And then they come out, and they beat the S word for poo-poo out of everybody. So you give the mice the opportunity. If they're not acting like gentlemen, if they're S word for pooping all over your house, you give them a chance. If they don't stop, you lock the door and tell them, now you can't leave.
Man's got some good ideas. Again, I'm in all candor, I haven't reloaded those humane mouse traps since before our camping trip to Kelly's Island. I haven't reset them with the peanut butter, but he's going a whole different route there, Rob.
Yeah.
Bronx Tale, great film, right?
One of the best.
Chaz Palminteri. I don't know what happened to that guy, but he was a big deal back in the day.
He had a one-man show on Broadway for a very long time.
But that was before his movie career, right? That's like
that was
I thought that was
very
how he got
recent.
noticed. Oh, recently. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
he's great.
I think it was Robert De Niro's. I think it was the first movie that Robert De Niro directed. It was a big deal, and he was in the movie. Pesci was in the movie, and I haven't seen it in forever. But I do remember that scene.
Oh, it's an incredible movie.
Now you just can't leave.
Now you just can't leave.
Yeah, and so that's how he wants me to address these mice, which, by the way, are just doing what they do. I don't attach any malice to these animals. Just don't want them in my house. So far, haven't had any in the house, but that's what the trap in the garage is for. The one in the shed, that's probably, I wanted to see how long it would take for it to catch something, and it was like within 12 hours. I should have known that. It is outside. Obviously more concerned about the garage because they could come right into the house. That hasn't happened. But, Alan, I'm pretty sure it's the roar of the crowd, not the roar of the cheers. Hey, listen, you do you, and you let me say what I want to say, all right? The roar of the crowd, that sounds like a baseball thing. Roar of the cheers, that's going to be a football thing. Mark it. Mark it down. We're always trying to coin new dumb phrases around here. Now, what would a space cigar sound... Space cigar sighting sound like in the 1920s? I don't know. What were their telescopic capabilities? What did astronomers use in the 20s?
Oh God.
Probably, hey, it's a space cigar. One of those? I don't know. I don't know.
Paper towel tube.
Alan talked to Buffalo Bills fans about throwing dildos on the field. It just seems like the waste of a perfectly good sex toy. Like, I understand that there's some shock value to it. A lot of people I know would have loved had it stuck to a player's helmet. That would have been great. That would have really given it some, you'd really have to nail it. Yeah. And they don't all have suction cups on the end. That's very, very specific use. But the Green Dildo Society, or the Army, as some people have been calling it, other people have suggested the masturbation militia. But they're not doing that because they're not using them. They're throwing them out onto the crowd. And so, I don't know. But I did like, but okay, thank you, Matt, with the mice there. I don't have a lot of, I put peanut butter in there, and I put cheese, or anything like that. I was reading about this woman, speaking of cheese, by the way, a local lesbian cheesemonger. If you know anything about me, you know I like all kinds of monger, right? Fish, iron, whore, right? Those are good. Not everybody loves them. Costermongers, they're great too. I'll take all you got. I don't care for hate in any capacity. Hate mongering is, it's big business right now. Don't care for it. I was reading about who they refer to as a local lesbian cheesemonger who has gone viral, owned by the name of Madeline Varela. Apologies if that's not how you pronounce her name. She's 24. She's got 500,000 people on social media. And I guess that's her hook. She's based out of Cleveland. Cheesy Talk with Madeline is her handle. And they describe her as a lesbian cheesemonger. And I guess maybe she's talking about her life to some degree. I don't know how that comes into it. I don't know.
I was going to say, I don't see how that matters.
Well, not that it matters, but she's like, look, I made a conscious decision to mention this insofar as representation. I don't think there's probably a lot of competition in the cheesemongering universe for lesbians. So maybe she just wanted to let people know, hey, I'm out here. I'm still looking for people's support in the cheese community.
Yeah, and I wasn't saying that in a disrespectful way. I wasn't at all saying that it doesn't matter. I just mean, if it's just another person opening up, or she's a cheesemonger, does it really matter? But
it's got nothing to do with the cheese itself.
Correct.
Yeah. She launched her series with what she called a lesbian board. I think that's probably 5 or 10 people who sit at the very top of the Subaru company, right? Isn't that the... She says that it features truffle honey, fruity dark chocolate, peaches and cherries, honey barbecue chickpeas, and a French sexy triple cream cheese. I like that.
I don't hate anything about what you just said.
Now, what you do there is you get the best of both worlds. You smack a giant neon green dildo in the middle of that thing, and then you're off and running. So congratulations to her. One more person breaking out of Northeast Ohio, making a name for themselves on social media, and for cheese, no less. Right? Even if you're lactose intolerant, those people are going to be like, man, I like cheese. It's hard for people to stay away from. And so she's hoping to do her small part to change the cheese industry. As a lesbian cheesemonger. If you're going to monger anything,
cheese.
You can do a hell of a lot worse than cheese. It wasn't that long ago, we did a big old show in a pretty tiny venue. Not tiny, but small for them. We had Wolfie Van Halen and Mammoth at the Foundry. And if you were there with us, it was a lot of fun, boy. It was Sonic Temple weekend, so I know there were a lot of people at that. But you missed a hell of a show if you didn't see Mammoth at the Foundry. Now, they are coming back. WMMS presents Mammoth this fall. They're back at the Agora, probably more of an appropriate venue, or one that in which you'd expect to see them, right? With Miles Kennedy. And Miles Kennedy, this is another guy. He's one of the hardest working men in showbiz, right? Because he fronts Slash a Snake Pit. He fronts Alter Bridge with Scott, what's his name? Mark Tremonti.
Yep.
From Creed. And then he does his own solo stuff. And so Mammoth and Miles Kennedy are going to be at the Agora for a WMMS show on Tuesday night, November the 18th. Just in time for Thanksgiving. AgoraCleveland.com will have all the details for you if you need them. But if you're caller 10, you'll get my pair right here. 2 for Mammoth and Miles at the Agora. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just
of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL.
to dive in.
Have you ever been impregnated with excitement? Well, it looks like you're showing. Welcome back to your new daddy, Alan Cox.
On WMMS.
Bongo la, bongo cha cha cha, parlami del Sud America. Quello che dicono laggiù, forse è fantasia e nulla più. Bongo
216-578-1007 if you want to join us, or 800-348-1007. Alan, what about a warmonger? Listen, I was trying to rattle off as many mongers as I could remember. War, an obvious example. And my apologies for you monger fans. Because what were the ones I hit? I remembered fish. I remembered iron, strangely enough. Whore. Costermonger. That's a word I recently, over the past year, learned. And so I threw that one in. It's just old-timey, like the guy in the street selling the fruit and vegetables, right?
Yep.
It's called a costermonger back in the old country. Hate monger. And, yes, war. I have to imagine that there are many, many different kinds of mongers. But that was just to get me to the Cleveland, the young girl who is a lesbian cheesemonger. Now, as to identify a lesbian cheese, I think you're getting your determiners screwed up there. She's the lesbian, not the cheese. And so just trying to get the information out there.
Thank God you cleared that up.
Well, listen, people ask questions, and I can't cover every base. We're talking out of the top of our head there. Yeah. Alan, I hate to break this to you, but there are mice, not a mouse, in your house. There's no getting around it. Or there's nothing in our house yet. I got a mouse in the garage and in the shed. And there's been no mouse or mice in the house, but that's what I'm trying to avoid. The moose in the hoose. Alan, great New York story about a well-known comedian who had a rat in his apartment. You know, that's the thing with New York. No matter how nice your place, when there's more rats than people, it's got to be frustrating. Obviously, you have the means to mitigate it, too, but it's going to be frustrating for people who own, like, tens of millions of dollars in property. Still going to have a rat.
Yep.
Somewhere. Or bed bugs or whatever. And he said the exterminator they travel with hockey sticks because sometimes they'll just beat the rat to death because they're huge.
They are huge.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Subway rat?
I have.
Oh, my God.
I've seen a pizza rat. I've seen a cheese rat. Yeah. They're not joking when they go, a rat the size of a small cat.
Yeah, oh, no, for real.
You're like, small cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're well fed in cities. Rumor monger. Okay. Yeah. People are throwing me all their various mongers. All right, I get it. I missed most of the mongers, Rob.
I think you still did pretty good.
I mean,
for off the top of your head.
Guardians play tonight. Will roll shortly after 6. Make way for your pregame coverage. It's the first of 3. They start the series hoping to they lick their wounds from the weekend where they got shut out by the Rangers. Second weekend in a row they've been shut out. And so they'll start up against Tampa tonight at 6:40. That's your first pitch. And they'll play them again tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon. And then they will stick around to host the Mariners through the weekend before they go to Boston to play the Red Sox at Fenway Park on Monday.
Yeah, dude. Bahama. There is a game on Labor Day.
Yeah, on Labor Day. Forgot about that.
1 o'clock start.
Yep. Against those Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Guardians are in town, huh?
Oh, and speaking of the first, as the month of September begins 1 week from today, we'll also have a new promo code for you over at CLE Clothing Company. What's it going to be, Rob?
Monroe.
So you'll use Monroe for 30% off at CLE Clothing Company, whether you're in store, whether you're online. Either way you can do it. There's always MMS merch there. There's always amazing pieces of things with Cleveland on it, right? Let's say you were to go directly to their website. You'd see There's a summer in the land. Just because Labor Day is around the corner, that's kind of the mental end of summer. They got 10-cent beer night shirts. They have a whole section for new arrivals. You go into the collections tab, you're going to see WMMS The Buzzard. So in every possible direction you want to go, they got MMS Wild Thing shirts and World Series of Rock. I saw a guy, appropriately enough, on Captain Fun's Floating Fandango on Saturday in the old school Cruisin' with the Buzzard shirt.
Yep.
Like the one Hader had on the premiere of Barry. Remember that when Barry started, because the character was from Cleveland?
Yeah, he's sitting there wearing it.
He has an
Playing
MMS
the
shirt
video
on.
game.
Yeah. Everybody's flipping out. That shirt is at cleclothingco.com. So through the end of August, you'll use Surf, and once September hits, you'll use Monroe for 20% off. Now, I don't know if they have leggings, but if you are of a certain age, it ain't going to be any good for you. Because Gen Z, they don't like leggings. They think leggings are cringe, Rob.
Huh.
I think they're talking about Gen Z girls. Leggings, yes, started in the gym, but they're so comfortable that everybody wears them out everywhere now, right? A lot of girls are walking around grocery shopping and look like they just got out of the gym. They just wear them. But Gen Z, younger generation, they don't care for it. They think it promotes body dysmorphia. And so Gen Z girls are declaring workout leggings dead. They don't want something that's going to hide their or it's going to highlight their cakes. They're going to wear sweatpants to the gym, going to wear shorts, going to wear. Now, my thought on this is a lot of people feel that way when they're getting in shape. When they get in shape, not a lot of people wearing sweats anymore, right? Because by that point, you've put in the work, and you can't blame anybody for wanting to show it off. Men and women. Probably men more. Guys, they want to start immediately, right? No sleeves on the shirt, the whole thing. Girls, you understand, because irrespective of what they wear, there's going to be guys in. I'm talking about in the gym, obviously. A lot of people work out at home. But there are younger generations of women who don't want to wear those tight leggings to the gym. Makes them even more self-conscious about their body. And so you can't blame them on the one hand. But again, my thought is, and I don't mean to be cynical about it, but my thought is always sweats are great for when you're getting in shape. But when you get into shape, that's why you see a lot of people, not even quote-unquote influencers, civilians, regular people walking around. You'll see people posting before and after photos. And those are obviously supposed to be, I assume, inspirational. But a lot of people don't care for that. You've heard of FinSpo, Rob. That's financial inspiration. You've heard of FitSpo. All these shortened portmanteaus, right? It'd be a fit inspiration. And a lot of people who are coming up, maybe newly out of college, whatever, they're not buying it anymore. Now, I work out at home, but for plenty of time, I went to the gym. And when I would go, a lot of times, because I'd go very early morning, a lot of times the gym I went to, it was like me and maybe one other person. So I got there early. And you know me, Rob. I would send you photos at the time. I've got on my old school Dan skins. And they are hugging me every which way. And I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Because if somebody says something to me, I go, hey, my eyes are up here. All right? So just because I'm wearing floss over here does not mean that you get a free look. I'm just trying to keep myself healthy. But a lot of young girls think that it promotes body dysmorphia. I don't know that they're wrong or right. I don't know. I think whatever works for you is what you should do. It's just that even girls who say I wear sweats, they're not like full on, baggy ass sitting around the house, hoagie stained sweats. They're still like athleisure sweats, right?
Yeah.
But the companies who make these, by the way, and I think it has as much to do with the fact that they're so ungodly expensive, as any generational trends. They just don't sell as many leggings anymore. Like Nike and Adidas and, Lululemon is still making them. Because first and foremost, you got to wear the brand. But those aren't cheap.
No.
They're really expensive.
Really expensive.
Those are the most expensive of the three. And Lululemon's like, yeah, we're still moving a lot of these.
Yeah.
So not everybody's wearing baggy sweats to the gym. And you can't blame them if they do. Oversized sweatpants and boxy T-shirts, right? Remember when poor Billie Eilish didn't want to be sexualized as a younger artist, and so she was walking around wearing literal garbage bags.
Yep.
And, to have to forcibly draw people's attention away from what ended up being a very voluptuous young woman. I mean, you could kind of tell, but when she decided to kind of let it all hang out, people were like, okay, that's what's been going on under there. But you can fully understand. I took my older daughter to see Billie Eilish in Detroit a few years ago. It was my first show after COVID. So everybody's kind of looking around. It's a packed arena in Detroit. And Billie Eilish was kind of still wearing like the baggy track pants and the thing. And, obviously she was phenomenal. But she did that obviously by design. Like, I don't want people. She's a young woman. I don't want people commenting about my body. And some people, some people love to bag on younger consumers, which is unfair because we were once younger consumers. But a lot of Gen Z girls, leggings are cringe. And some girls just go for like the flared sweats. But boy, you go on social media and, a lot of people still love the leggings. And so when I go, I wear what I want to wear, Rob.
Thank God.
And it's not just the lime green sleeveless mesh top that I wear. That one's a little tough because there's so many holes in it that inevitably my nips are playing peekaboo the whole time.
Yeah, and with all that running, your nips chafe. And I know that's always been a big concern of yours.
I'm lifting, Rob. I'm not running.
Oh.
But but they're still playing peekaboo, right? Even under the best of circumstances, I'm nipping out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's genetics. I'm always nipping out. My high beams are always on.
Turkey's
and I don't
always
know.
done.
Turkey's always done. Got your Bubblicious right here. I don't know what that means. But that's what happens to me. I walk around. It could be a 95-degree summer day, Rob. I'm looking like I could cut glass.
Interesting.
And I don't know why that is.
Like you said, maybe genetics.
Maybe, but who am I going to ask about that? Hey, Mom, did Dad have hard nipples a lot?
No, but I did, hon.
Well, I'm not going to ask her that either. Not after meeting my future black stepdad again on the cruise Saturday. Boy, he loved that. He was just standing there, too. He wasn't going to say anything. I'm kind of making the rounds. We're both doing laps. We're trying to say hi and greet as many people as we can. And people are in line to get drinks. And the Taint Smasher and the band are playing. And it's a cacophony of a good time. And I come around the corner. There he is. He's waiting.
And that was like the one time you and I were actually together.
All his glory. Yeah.
The entire time. Like we were kind of getting pulled
We're hitting
in
up different
directions.
people. Yep.
And
I'm old news to a lot of people. People want to talk to Rob.
We came around that corner, man, and there he was. All of his glory. With
Son
his
of a bitch.
9-foot-tall son.
Yep. People want to talk to El Rattler de Clit.
So funny.
Roberto Antonio, el Rattler del Clit.
Mm-hmm. Del, not Del.
Well, you got to trust him.
Yeah.
Ricardo knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He said that on the boat, and I laughed so hard. Just because he asked me if I wanted a drink, and that's exactly how he asked me. He goes, Roberto Antonio, do you want the drink? And I said, yeah, sure. And he goes, El Rattler del Clit. And I just lost it. So I was like, okay. So then he sent it to me. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Al, did you see Frank Caprio passed?
Yeah.
Anybody in Robert's family ever had any run-ins with him? This is a judge in Rhode Island who went viral on a couple of occasions because he was referred to as the nicest judge in the world. A guy named Frank Caprio. And he would be in these, he had cancer. I guess it had gone for a while, but it came back. And so Frank Caprio died a few days back. He was in his mid-80s, I think. And he was pretty lucid towards the end. He was like telling people, he's like, I'm back in the hospital and, I'm not doing great. Pancreatic cancer. And the governor of the great state of Rhode Island decreed that all the flags fly at half staff for Frank Caprio. But if you go online, and you'll see no shortage of videos of this guy, like, talking to kind of your regular suspects insofar as people who are going to show up in a courtroom. And he was a very compassionate guy at a time where a lot of people who've been doing that job for way shorter period of time than this guy kind of get jaded and,
There was a whole TV show that was on in Rhode Island. It was called Caught in Providence.
You could see it online.
Yeah, I mean, but it
Caught
would
in
air. I'm telling you, it was on TV.
Yeah, he got like Emmy nominations for it. It was a legit television show.
Yeah, and he could be a hard ass if he had to be. But his whole thing was like, look, man, people write stupid parking tickets. This woman's, she had to do this, that, and the other thing, and he listens to the story, and it was like, okay, just get rid of it. Just pay me to $30 court. This is ridiculous. And he'll kind of go through. There are some amazing clips of him. Yeah, a beloved guy, though, man. My God, everybody knew that dude. My wife actually went in front of him once.
I was going to say, did you or your wife stand in front of this guy?
Traffic, yeah. Yep, he threw out her ticket. I never did. I never had the pleasure, but
you'd get to the point, I imagine there are people like, ooh, I hope I see Judge Caprio.
Yeah, and it was funny because he had like, the dude that's always with him in the court, I forget what the title is. But he would be like the ball break. You know what I mean? So it was almost like they knew ahead of time what they were going to do with this. They were going to throw the guy's ticket out.
Yep.
But this guy would be like, Judge, this guy parked on a side street. He knew he was not supposed to be there. It was a snowstorm, and I think we should throw the book at him. And he would say things like that on purpose.
I see. He'd set him up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Caprio would be like, oh, come on.
So he gets double down on the compassion.
He's got a 3-year-old. He rushed his kid into the house, and you decided to write him a ticket. Get it out of here. That was kind of his thing. And then he would, if it was bad stuff, sometimes he would really go deep into lessons. And he was great. Really, really great.
But I also can't imagine, like, cops were a huge fan of that. I mean, if he's throwing people back out there I know these are traffic cases. I'm just saying, like,
And it wasn't just, I mean, listen, there were a lot of times that if the evidence was strong, like if you're going in front of them and you did something stupid, you're in trouble. But for the most part,
they showed you the nice stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Show Caught in Providence. Judge Frank Caprio has shared his compassion in the Providence Municipal Courtroom for 35 plus years, using his kindness, dignity, and respect to give mercy and help people going through a tough time.
Sometimes you can change somebody's life just by placing your hand on their shoulder and telling them you believed in them.
His interactions attract millions of views on his social media.
Judge Caprio gave me the biggest break ever, drew all my tickets out, and made me promise that he wouldn't see me again, and he's never seen me again. I've been doing really good and respecting the law. My kids, me, my family, we all love and adore him.
I'm glad I found you. And now, during his difficult time, he is receiving letters from around the world with people believing in him as he battles pancreatic cancer.
Of course, that was an earlier piece on him there at Channel 10 in Boston. He has passed away from pancreatic cancer. Frank Caprio, this very, very famous judge. Of course, Frank was a nickname. His first given name was Leonardo de. And he passed away peacefully at the age of 88 after a battle with pancreatic cancer. It's no way to go, boy.
No.
And
that's a rough one.
People of that ilk in his line of work, very, very few and far between. Extraordinarily few and far between. So, yeah, he was very candid, like, with the audience, and he's like, yeah, I got diagnosed with cancer, and I guess maybe he got under control for a while, and then over the past couple of months, I think, he had a recurrence of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was, like you just said, he was amazingly candid. Worked up until just a few years back.
Yeah.
And, this past time he went on and he asked for prayers, he was crying, so, I mean, he was well aware of what was going on. But, yeah, he was, man, I'll tell you, a beloved guy, it's hard to find. And that dude in Rhode Island is like a saint.
Wow. Him and Buddy Cianci. Just, two guys cut from the same cloth.
Little different.
Everybody loved. I'm sorry. Everybody loved both of those guys. Speaking of loving, your Cleveland Guardians, boy, they need your support right now. They're down a couple of big dudes right now in this whole gambling investigation, Michigas. But they're going to be here first week of September. Beginning of the second week, I guess. The Kansas City Royals are in town. That's George Brett, Rob, and the Kansas City Royals.
No, sir.
Tuesday, September the 9th at Progressive Field. If you have that MLB Ballpark app on your phone, you will get tickets and download all the info and all that. So I got a 4-pack of tickets here for you for that game on Tuesday, September the 9th. It's not far off. Guardians Royals at Progressive Field. Caller 10, these tickets are yours, so good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Alan Cox
Show. WMMS.
Buzzard Radio.
And sound in the live stream. You got it. Alan, how is Dave Chappelle? Went to see Dave Chappelle on Friday. He does a thing called summer camp, Dave Chappelle and Friends. And I wasn't sure what to expect. Some of our listeners, because he does it subsequent weekends, and a couple of our listeners sent me some really helpful notes, by the way. They went the weekend before this last one and sent me some really, really helpful notes. In that, I knew you couldn't take your phones in, but they make it very clear that you can't have any electronic devices. So you got a smartwatch where you put them in those yonder bags. You may have gone to a show here in Cleveland when these guys come through. There are certain acts that Ghost just did it at the Rocket Arena. Chappelle, Chris Rock, a lot of comics do it when they do Playhouse Square and Arena or whatever. They don't want anybody filming, right? And boy, you can really tell when you're at a comedy show and no one's filming. They were like, because it's just very, it's very loose. It's very loose. But Dave Chappelle, the thing that strikes me, and I've seen him before a couple of times, but I hadn't seen him in this situation, and this is that pavilion that he owns. He lives right there in Yellow Springs, and he's almost single-handedly kind of revitalized that town. And so there's this place called Weird Pavilion, and there's chairs set up, you know, like you're at a wedding or something. There's food trucks, but there's no booze, and but you can bring your weed in, and it's always him and a couple of people that maybe you haven't heard of, and then he's got some real heavy hitters. He's got like 7 or 8 comedians with him. Now, we're in line because there are shuttle buses that go from where everyone parks to the pavilion. And so we are in line, pretty close towards the front, waiting to get on these buses. And the people driving them walk up and they tell you all the do's and don'ts. You can't bring this, you can't bring this, you can't bring this. So most people are standing there, you know, left. It's weird to leave your phone in your car, but we did. And again, we're not at the very front of the line, but we're not far behind like the first bend of the line. And once the buses pull up, and there's probably 7 or 8 of them, and I'm sure that they have refined this experience. These started as COVID shows. Dave Chappelle doing this because these were open air performances. So him doing this at this pavilion that he owns, I believe, there in Yellow Springs, started as COVID shows. And they were so popular and word got around that every so often in the summertime, he does them again. Still been doing them for 5 years. And so we're waiting to get on one of these buses. And a few people ahead of us, I start hearing people yell and scream. And they're some woman has gone down, dropped like a bag of dirt.
Oof.
And it's not like it was 95 degrees. But then I hear somebody yell like, you know, get some apple juice or some candy or something. And we're right next to this place called Young's Dairy, which is this massive place right there that's selling food and cheese curds and all that kind of crap. So you didn't have to run very far to get some candy or something. And I can't really tell what's happening because this person is flat on the ground. They're being circled, obviously, now by people who look like they're in charge, or you're relegated to a couple of bus drivers and somebody who's, I did see a guy run over there in a Thought Patrol t-shirt. One of the guys who was helping to coordinate the transportation, because he had a headset on, he had a sleeveless Thought Patrol t-shirt on. And I was like, hey, just because he's clearly normally in charge of the Thought Patrol doesn't mean that he can't be super helpful in a time like that. I don't know what his training is. And so this person's family is standing there. And again, nobody seemed like really freaked out. But I guess maybe it was a combination of the heat or whatever. I was able to glean that it sounded like it was like a diabetes thing, right? The person was conscious. They got him sat up or whatever. And somebody called paramedics. And so a few minutes later, there's the scream of a couple of ambulances coming down. And it occurs to me, we're all now going to have to walk around this person to get on the buses to go to the Dave Chappelle show, which is going to feel really weird. This person's on the ground. There are people pulling up, administering some kind of medical assistance. Again, they're not, I don't think they put an oxygen mask on them or anything like that. It wasn't some situation where every minute counts. They weren't pulling out a defibrillator or anything like that. I think this person probably just got too hot. Maybe didn't eat enough. Who knows? Went down. And so now the line starts moving a few minutes later. And everybody's got to give these people a wide berth. And the lines for this bus are just like stakes in the ground and like thin nylon rope, you know? And so people start like manually moving the rope. And we're walking around these people. Now, obviously, there's nothing else we could have done. It just felt really, everybody like, hey, I hope you feel better. We're going to go to the show. I know you bought tickets for this and everything. I hope you feel better. I hope you're doing okay. And I have to assume that they did. But, you know, so you get to this place and there's music. Dave Chappelle always has a DJ who has to play for a long time because they're waiting for the sun to go down. And so this thing isn't going to get going until dusk. You know, by that time, everybody's like kind of blazed out of their gourd. Assuming the comics are too, because more than a couple of them came out and kind of alluded to the fact they were high. So you kind of get what you get. So he had a couple people up front, one girl who was like this young brunette that he said and obviously they're on his show. So he sells all of them to you like they're going to be the greatest person you see tonight. This girl up front, I don't even remember her name. She bombed hard. And Chappelle brings out a very broad audience, right? There's like, old NPR tote bag couples and, a lot of like golf bros, an extraordinarily broad audience at this show. Shane Gillis was his headliner, which was pretty wild because he was just here doing the Rocket Arena, I think. So Shane Gillis, he had Rich Voss, for people who know who that is. He had Joe DeRosa. He had Andrew Santino, who and so then I'm kind of doing the puzzle pieces in my brain because Santino does a podcast with Bobby Lee called Bad Friends. And Bobby Lee was here in Cleveland over the weekend doing sold-out shows here at Hilarities. And so then my brain goes, ooh, I bet Santino came in. So they do the podcast or Hilarities. I'm like doing all this in my head, right? And so it was great. It was a lot of fun. Long show, well into the night. But chef recommends.
Did Dave do a set, or did he just kind of host?
He did a lot up front, and then he did a little in the middle. He brought some harmonica player from France that he met who played harmonica. He's like, this guy is the best harmonica player in the world. A young, kind of European-looking guy. He also had a German comedian. Again, a lot of these people, other than like your big-name headliners, a lot of people clearly are just people that he met and was like, you want to come to a show? And so he had this German comedian who didn't do great. But, like I said, by that point in the show, I wondered if, at the very least, people were getting a pretty heavy-duty contact high back there. And, maybe weren't as dialed in and it's super casual anyway. So maybe they weren't as dialed in as they might have normally been otherwise.
So was Dave doing like material, or was he just sort of vibing with the day?
Well, it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
because the way he performs and talks, it's like it's just coming to him. But clearly, it's got stuff. And again, you could tell that there was no way to record people or film it.
Right.
So the language was really loose. The subject matter for everybody was really loose, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just, if you're not used to seeing shows like that, it can take you aback for a second. And then you go, oh, right. Nobody is in any danger of getting canceled, or none of this is going to go up on YouTube or anything like that.
How many people does that hold?
I don't know. I initially thought a couple thousand, but it's probably not that big the way that they have the seats set up. But it's a good crowd, and it goes way back. We were like in the fifth row, maybe.
Oh, so you were close.
Yeah, we got right up front. I mean, we were on the first bus to the place.
Oh, so it wasn't even assigned seating?
No.
Oh,
first come, first serve.
Oh, that's great.
So there were people filing in for a long time after us.
So not only did that person pass out, but they got the crappiest seat in the house.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, I was thinking that too, because, I'm out of my gourd, and so I'm sitting there going, somebody is going to be the very last person to show up to this show.
Yep.
But they have a ton of merch and the food trucks, stuff like that. So the vibe, it was great. It was a lot of fun. And Chappelle's awesome. But, so I would, again, it ain't cheap, but it was a lot of fun. I had never gone out there to see that. My wife got me those tickets for my birthday back in June.
A couple hours away, right?
Yeah, to Dayton. We stayed in Dublin, which is about another almost hour to Yellow Springs. But yeah, a couple hours. And of course, for whatever reason, just leaving Northeast Ohio, like I completely missed a couple of turns. I don't know how I did it. We end up going through the Bufu, Ohio on the way down there, right? I'm like, golly, I don't, you get to a town like Spencer, if you know Spencer, Ohio. And you're like, wow, I'm surprised at how few Trump flags there are. And then I look and I go, oh, full-on Confederate flags is what's going on down here. And a lot of Amish, stuff like that, obviously, for people who live in those areas. If you, Wellington and Spencer, and, you know what's up. But, yeah, it was a good show. For whoever asked me that. It would, if you've never gone, and I know people who go every year, I think. But yeah, he doesn't, you don't know who's coming up. He tells you, ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. And he keeps calling, he just introduces them as the one and only. And he goes, this guy is just killing it, blah, 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 all over the place. And Shane Gillis, who just did Rocket Arena.
How was he?
He's a funny guy. He's like I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent about Shane Gillis because obviously he's a funny guy. That show he has on Netflix did not hold me at all. But he's like just kind of,
he's a bro. Like he's just,
yeah, but not like in that traditional sense. He's just like, I don't know. There's like a certain kind of like funny dude you kind of knew when you were growing up, just kicking around.
Told a great story.
Yeah, and he's like that. Yeah, tells an amazing story. And I had never seen him before. I never even saw Shane Gillis in the clubs. Santino's from Chicago, so I kind of I know him. I think he's great too.
I do too.
DeRosa and Voss, those are, those guys travel in the same circles.
Was Voss wicked filthy? He normally gets
no.
He can get nasty.
Yeah,
I've done a few shows
terrible.
with him. He's whew.
Yeah, not terrible. He did have a guy up front, this guy named Matt Richard, I think was his name, Matt Richards. And he's black, but he does a spot on Trump. He does this chocolate Trump thing. And of course, towards the end, Shane Gillis does Trump too, famously. And so they kind of ended with like these dueling Trumps. And, but again, a really broad crowd, demographically. And so I guess that's a testament to Dave Chappelle. And just the fact that you're kind of going to that little town in essentially, geographically his backyard, figuratively speaking, to see this show. It was cool. Got back to the hotel probably around 1. Got lucky going in and going out because I guarantee there were, a couple people who had hit me up were like, yeah, you'll sit in your car till about 1:30. We got in and got out. So we got lucky that way. But it was a lot of fun. Other than, I'm curious what happened to that woman who went down. Or man, I genuinely could not tell, even when I looked at their face. I was an older black person, and I could not tell. Very short gray hair. And I was like, well, it doesn't really matter. I hope they're okay. But, while you're standing there, you're just killing time in your own brain and going, I wonder. Not that it changes anything, but I hope maybe they made it, or at the very least, maybe word got back to the Chappelle camp and maybe they got taken care of for another show. I don't know.
How long before like the line started moving? Because that's what I would want to know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like
just kinda...
the buses had all just pulled up. So the one girl who I guess was designated to yell and let everybody know what they can and can't do, she had just kind of gotten done with her rap, letting everybody know. And so after that, like they were getting to the point where they were going to start getting people on the shuttles, and this person goes down. So it was probably like 10, and that delayed it a little bit.
See, I would have just been like, can we move?
Well, that was
just drag her over.
But that's what everybody's, because a lot of people in line, they had been drinking. We weren't. But a lot of people, because you can't bring them in. So a lot of people were like guzzling pregame in there, before they got on the shuttles.
It's like when that old lady fell with the Tom Brady statue. I was like, how long do we have to wait before I can get up and take my picture with it?
Right.
Like they picked her up and I was like, all right, so she's out of the way. Can I go now?
Well, and also, no matter how long you're made to wait, it's not the end of the world. We're still ambulatory. We were going to get there in plenty of time. And I don't think it ended up holding anybody up because, like I said, we all went around her.
That's what I mean.
Went around this group of people.
But there has to be one person that does it first. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be the guy to go,
Yeah, the people immediately behind them.
all right, screw it. Let's go.
Yeah, they did. Somebody's like, okay, well, because
Step over the old Betty and let's call it a day.
Well, because the people running the shuttles, they want to get people on them.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a showtime, and we got to get you there. Al was in Denver 10 years ago, and Chappelle started the show a little later than 10. He was running late from an earlier set. He did so much crowd work and smoked and drank. When I left at 1 a.m., because I had to be at work at 5, he probably did another hour. Yeah, back in the day, I remember seeing him 20 years ago at the Pittsburgh Improv. It was a last-minute booking, day of. They were like, hey, Dave Chappelle's going to come. And he literally sat on a stool and smoked and talked for 3 hours. And that's what it was. And you didn't care. I don't remember if that was before or after a Chappelle show was over. But, yeah, he didn't care. And so, yeah, he didn't do that. He did that up front and then kind of let the thing roll of its own volition. He'd come out in between, he'd do a little bit. And then after Shane Gillis and the other dude were kind of doing dueling trumps, once that was, I started to kind of run on fumes. They were like, okay, thank you guys, good night.
He closed it out? He came out and closed it?
Yeah, I kind of brought, other people up there with him. And, yeah, but it was a good time for people who went. If you didn't go, you probably had a less fun time seeing Chappelle. But I don't know what to tell you. Jerry Cantrell is on the road. Alice in Chains beset with some health problems. I think drummer Sean Kinney, they had to cancel Sonic Temple last minute. Usually when that happens, Jerry Cantrell goes, all right, well, I'm going to go out and do some dates. And that's what he's doing here. He's on the I Want Blood tour. Jerry Cantrell solo with special guest Sparta, if you remember them. It's not far off. It is September the 5th at the House of Blues. You go to Ticketmaster.com for the details. That is a Friday night over there at House of Blues. Ticketmaster.com. Caller 10. These tickets are yours. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
This is the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Welcome.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena. September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you could win your way to be there with a weekend full of superstar performances.
Playing live.
The Offspring. Jelly Roll. Sammy Hagar. Justice. John Fogerty.
Diplo.
And more. 16 artists. 2 nights, 1 stage.
Does iHeart know how to put on a show or what? Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
I love you.
Escape to poolside paradise at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Sip on a refreshing cocktail. Lounge in a luxury cabana. Earn on nonstop fun with MGM Rewards. Book a sizzling summer escape today. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
From the Mr. Hero
I crave the hero.
Weather Center.
WMMS weather.
Rain and thunderstorms likely tonight, low 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny, lake effect rain, high tomorrow 68. Sunny Wednesday with a high of 70.
This report is sponsored by Guardian Alarm.
From the east side to the west side, Guardian Alarm has kept families and businesses safe for over 50 years. With 24/7 local live monitoring, Guardian Alarm protects your neighborhood because they know your neighborhood. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT today.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
0, 0, 0. Are we out of our minds? 119. Are we out of our minds? Buy with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, or 0 payments for 90 days. Visa Kia from just $119 a month at Ken Ganley. $25K for 24 months, $36.25 to its signing, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. Over 1,500 Kias, including K5, Seltos, Telluride, Sportage, K4, and Sorrento, with discounts up to $5,000 off.
5,000 off. Need credit? No problem. We have more ways to say yes at the home of 000. Ken Kia in Medina, Mentor, Alliance, and Boardman. Online at kenganleykia.com. Tell them Mackenzie sent you, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
KMA rebates assigned to dealer. 25 Sportage APR 1667 per month per 1,000 financed. 5,000 dealer discount on 25 Sorrento EX plus tax, tag, title, and fee on approved credit through KMF. Expires 9/1/25.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jeff Kinsbach here with the best. Rich Claiborne of Claiborne Ford talking about the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Jeff, this summer, find the most attractive offers of the year on every new Ford.
You got a great example.
Through Labor Day, lease a well-equipped 2025 F-150 Super Crew 4x4, only $650 a month, 36 months, only $650 due at signing. No security deposit, 25 cents per mile over 36,000.
poking my head in, but usually for stuff like that, I like to, I don't know, make an appearance. But I don't know that that's going to happen. I genuinely don't know that that's going to happen on Wednesday. So don't use me maybe poking my head in as a pretext for doing it. A 1-10 game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would literally be poking my head in.
That's what I'm saying.
We're on a 2. I thought it was noon. Oh. Well, maybe I'll email her my tickets back then. And then we're both off the hook.
Yes.
Because we have this big function tomorrow
that
we got to be part of. With clients and advertisers and things like that. A couple times a year, we all get to do like a little dog and pony show. Right? And then I guess the tribe game is like to celebrate and blow off steam. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what the floating fandango is for.
That's what this
past weekend.
That's what they like to call forced fun.
Well, I mean, ain't going to force me to do it, but it's because you don't have to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like a mandatory thing. But again, I'm occasionally, like I always go to the staff Cavs game. That's fun, kind of, I'll end up, but the allure for me, though, is a lot of times I can chat with people I don't normally see. So many of our colleagues work from home. And so, it'll be people I don't see that often. People I like catching up with. And
I'll find out what time everyone's headed over there, because I'm guessing it'll be well before 1 o'clock. So.
Well, this place is going to be dead.
For sure. I just mean normally, if you want to pop in.
Yeah.
And go at like noon.
Okay. We'll see.
Get drunk.
I ain't doing that. I'm joking. I'm not coming in here hammered. Rob, people have expected a certain level of engagement from me, and I can't go any lower than that.
Yeah.
I can't. I won't.
I can. I will.
At the very least, people expect me to be sober during this broadcast, as does the Federal Communications Commission. I don't mind telling you. They do not look kindly upon people. Listen, this is a multi-billion-dollar property, Rob, right? This company? And for 4 hours a day, the only thing on WMMS Cleveland, their crown jewel in the iHeartMedia broadcast empire, the only thing on this station for 4 hours every day is this.
Yeah.
And so, I am first and foremost a steward of the public airwaves, as you know. And so I don't take my charge lightly. And you might say to yourself, Alan, how does that account for all the farts? Well, listen.
We make people happy.
You take the good to bad. Take the rough with the smooth, right? So, were you feeling it, by the way, yesterday morning after the Fandango, or were you okay?
I didn't feel great.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Because I didn't get wrecked. I mean, I
got pretty good for a while. I was pretty
okay.
I wouldn't say I was drunk, but I was.
You were feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a handful of people bailed early too.
I made dinner when I got home, and then that was the end of that night for me, and I went to bed.
Now, by make dinner, you mean you put some shredded cheese on a soft tortilla and stuck it in the microwave?
No way, man. You know me. I went home. I grilled steaks. I made potatoes.
What?
Yeah.
All that?
Yeah.
You grilled steaks. You made potatoes.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't mess around.
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I can do any of these things drunk.
Oh, you're saying you're that accomplished, whereas the rest of us would be like, okay, I got to focus on this and this. You can just do it like it is the equivalent of the rest of us heating up some shredded cheese in a soft tortilla.
No, I mean, it took a lot of focus, but I told Callie I'd make steaks, so I made steaks.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just you do your job, put your head down, get done what you got to get done. By the way, perfect medium cook. Even buzzed out. Perfect medium cook.
Tell you what, were you wearing a Kiss the Chef apron and nothing else?
No, because she was home. Normally
Your
I
daughter,
would, but yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Well, you had just taken her to school.
No, this is the other one.
Oh.
Yeah. Caitlin's at school.
Caitlin's at Mount Union.
Yep. Callie is, she's my 14-year-old.
See, we were out on Friday because I was going to see Chappelle, and Rob was dropping his older daughter off at college.
Oh, boy.
I was fully planning on talking to you at length more about it on Saturday. But again, we're running around talking to people, and yeah.
That was,
Did you react in the way that you thought? Was she fully prepared for Weepy Dad?
She didn't see any of it. There was none.
Was that by design?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you, I really don't want to ruin any part of what she's doing.
I understand.
Right? Like, and I feel like if I'm sad, she's going to be like, oh, it's a negative.
Well, no, but wasn't she also probably a little teary?
She wasn't really. I mean, she was cool. I mean, she knows she's going to be home this Friday. She's going to see Taint
McRae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's coming back for that. So she'll come home for the weekend. It's a long weekend. We're going to go to the Guardians on Saturday. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I just went up to her when we left. She had already said goodbye to my youngest and Melissa. And I just went over and I hugged her and I said two things. I said, always text me good night. I said, and if you need anything at any time ever, don't ever hesitate to call me. I'll be there in an hour. And that was it.
So now she's got to be on the hook for texting you good night every night in college?
I'll do it too. She doesn't have to. But, I just mean let's do. I've said good night to her every day for 18 years.
Yeah, I know. But she's going to be texting you like 2:45 a.m.
No, she'll just lie and say she's going to bed at 8:30.
Oh, that's what it'll be? Oh, I see. Oh, boy, am I bushed.
Yeah. Oh, boy, Dad.
I got to get out of here.
Tuckered out. I just watched Jeopardy.
Tuckered out.
But she had a bag of stuff because we had moved the rest of her things in. So there was a bag of stuff that was going back to the house. And I carried that back to the car after I walked out. And I made it about halfway through the parking lot and my eyes welled up.
Wow, you did?
Yeah. And then,
all right. Well, it's a very emotional time.
It was, yeah.
You're dropping a kid off and you're not picking her up later.
Drove by, beeped the horn, and I looked into the back seat and Callie was crying. And then that was it. Once I saw that, I was.
Well, it's got to be weird for her, right? I mean, it was weird for my sister, Freudian slip. It was weird for my daughter when my son went off to college because they're 3 years apart.
Yeah.
So they both ended up going to Michigan State, but I mean, he was out of the house.
And then especially with the move.
They have two very different personalities, too, so that's a serious vibe shift.
It was, well, and Caitlin and Callie are really close. They're like best friends. So they're still snapping. They're still FaceTiming. They're doing everything like they normally were doing before, just with distance. But Callie, I think the move made them even closer. You know what I mean? Like coming here and not knowing anybody, they just got really, really, really close. So.
And your younger daughter is how old? 14?
14, yes.
So it's not like she can go there for the weekend and run around with her sister.
No, she can. I mean, she's allowed to go. I mean, she won't.
No.
I mean, but Caitlin's 18 too. So she's not going to be doing a ton of that stuff.
She'll be in fake ID territory, though, right?
Yeah, but again, she's just not who she is. You know what I mean? I get most people say that about their kids.
No, but what I'm saying is,
way.
Yeah, but she's never been in this environment before.
No, not at all. But
it'll probably change a little bit for her.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know.
She's not going to go off the rails.
Not at all.
Yeah,
no.
Right. No, I understand
and
that.
I don't even know that she doesn't really drink. So if she was to get a fake ID, it would probably just be to go with people that do. I can see her being the DD all the time. You know what I mean? Like she's just not. It's not her thing. So, I mean, it was hard. She knew I was sad. She knows that I'm emotional. She knows all that stuff. But I didn't want her to see me completely be sad. You know what I mean? So she knew, but it wasn't. I didn't do anything in front of her.
You weren't worried about you walking away and her going, God, Dad didn't give a crap.
I can guarantee you one thing.
Yeah.
That is not remotely close to what she thought.
Right, gotcha.
I think she probably
knew
was
what you were
fully
doing.
expecting me to be sad and cry.
Yeah.
And I didn't because her roommate had just come back from saying goodbye to her mom and they're it's a single mom situation, so they're very, very close. And she came back and she was just bawling. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, understood.
So
you at very least, you'd want more of a happy medium.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. Callie saw me cry. Caitlin didn't. But it was the uglies, man. It was the legit. I didn't just tear. It was I'm audible a couple of times.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
All right. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. That's Rob. Saturday driving home.
I just didn't talk. That's me.
So your daughter didn't, as some people are suggesting, say, goodbye, Daddy, hello, Natty.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. I'm going to guess no, she did not.
Gotcha. Well, not everybody does, right? I didn't have that college experience because I wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
I didn't have, not everybody has that experience.
I think for her, it's more about the autonomy, right? Like she now
Sure.
can, if she wants to go have dinner at 7:30, she can. If she doesn't have to. There's not someone calling up to her and saying, hey, dinner's on the table, because we always eat dinner as a family every night. So I would be like, hey, those type of things, she can do whatever the hell she wants. So I think her car is there. So if she wants to go do something whenever, it's just, she's on her own in that sense. And today was the first day of classes, so I talked to her a little bit about that. She's great.
I grilled some steaks and put some potatoes on. Come on, it's time to eat. Steaks and jacket potatoes.
Dad's back.
Yup.
Dad's back from the cruise.
Take off your pants and jacket potatoes. Get it? Good. All right.
Yeah, it was good though. Overall, it was great. It went
Good.
well. Happy for her.
Mm-hmm. Alan, we assume you're either high or drunk during the show, and if this is the crown jewel, then yeah, iHeartRadio needs to figure some things out. Listen, I agree, not least of which, but what do you want me to say? WMMS Cleveland. They could have divested themselves decades ago, but they look at it and they go, look at this. Come on, plug and play, baby. Al, I just dropped my son off to live in his dorm at CSU on Friday, and I made it out without crying.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on what energy you're getting from your kid, too, right? If they're champing at the bit, if they're looking at you like, okay, I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay. Again, my older kids went to college an hour away from where they grew up. So my ex-wife was in East Lansing all the time, right? It's like if they forgot something, it was, because she missed them a lot. And so, yeah, that was a similar situation. It's different if your kid's going to like Arizona State.
Yes.
Right? Or if you're like, he's going to study film at NYU, or that's a whole different thing.
For sure. And again, I mean, she's a little over an hour away from home. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you're still kicking a bird out of the nest. Feels weird. And that's all I can say.
I remember taking a Greyhound bus. This wasn't a parent-kid thing, but it is collegiate in nature. My girlfriend at the time was a year behind me, and she was going to Stevens Point University. UW Stevens Point. University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. It's way up there. She was studying environmental sciences or something like that. And so the plan was, since she had taken her car up there to move some things, I was going to meet her up there. We were going to spend the weekend together, and then I was going to drive her car back like a sucker to her house. And so I took the Greyhound bus ride from Chicago to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, not realizing that, when you're on a Greyhound, they stop like every 10 feet. I didn't understand that. So what would, I think, normally have been like a 4-hour trip took 10 hours on a Greyhound bus. You go up, you stop off in Milwaukee, you're going through, all the way up through Wisconsin, Oshkosh, the whole bit, up to Stevens Point. And I got all the way up there, and she broke up with me.
No.
She promptly dumped me, and I had to drive the car all the way back. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, I would have gotten another bus ticket.
That was fun. Well, I was trying to be a cool guy. She was driving. God, she drove. Remember the Plymouth Volare? Whoa,
I don't.
That was the Plymouth Volare, like 70s, early 80s. Yeah, that's what she drove. And that's what I had to drive back. There's a Plymouth Volare right there for your viewing pleasure. That's the 1977 model. And hers was like a robin's egg blue or something. I'd drive it all the way back. And it's not like I was crying on the way back. I was more pissed.
Well, yeah.
I was like, wow. On the one hand, respect, because that was ice cold. But whatever. It was her freshman year. I was sophomore. It was her freshman year.
Did you at least beat the piss out of the car on the way back?
I did not.
Jesus.
Wasn't my car. Nope.
See, that's what I would have. I would have dropped it off with bald tires. I would have just done burnouts.
No, I wasn't that cool. I wasn't nearly that cool.
Transmission drops. I would have been doing the whole 9 yards. Hey, I'm not sure what's wrong with the car. I started making a weird noise about 2 hours into the trip.
Guys, this is a 4-hour trip, and I don't know. I was, it just missed me. I was driving under an overpass, and these toughs they threw a rock over. Oh, my God, a second earlier. And
I could have been killed.
Yeah, I could have been killed. Instead, it went through your back window.
And if it smells like puke in the back seat, that wasn't me. I gave a ride to a vagrant.
Yeah.
You know, he was ill.
Like the other guys.
Right.
Yeah. No, didn't do anything like that. And I couldn't use the Shaggy defense because that song wouldn't come out for probably another 10 years. It wasn't me that threw that cinder block through the back window of your car. And she didn't tell her parents. So I dropped the car off, and they're like, oh, did you guys have fun? I go, I'm back a day early. What do you think? And then that was that. And she never saw her or heard from her again.
You didn't even get like a thank you pop for driving the car? Nothing?
No, she was a virgin. We never did it.
I mean, squish her? Nothing?
Nothing like that. I liked her for her, Rob. Like that song. She likes me for me.
Not
I liked
because
her
she
for
looks
her.
like Leonardo.
No.
Sitting here listening to the dumbest show in the whole wide world. It's the Alan Cox Show, and it is real lame. They're not even funny, they're just insane. Oh, Alan Cox, your show sure is lame. I don't know what is worse. Is it this show, herpes, AIDS, or a demon's curse? Oh, I think it is this show. You're homosexual.
Herpes, AIDS, or a demon's curse. He's going back to the well, kind of treading the same ground here, right? Yeah. That's just...
Your show is such a stupid show. Alan, you're a homosexual.
Yeah, I think his fridge magnets are running out.
I feel like he sort of snuck that one into this song at the end. It was sort of a, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? I was waiting for him to yell it. Sometimes he just yells.
Sometimes he yells, you're a homosexual.
He worked it in beautifully.
I do not like this show. I do not like this show. The Alan Cox Show is very stupid. I do not like this show.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I appreciate, if nothing else, his predictability. We haven't changed his mind, right? He's kind of given us different versions of the same song, but it worked for AC/DC. Look at them. Think this guy will be a billionaire? Who knows? But he is going kind of back to that same well. But he hasn't changed his mind, and I guess that's okay. Okay, I've got to take a break here. Thank you, sir, for that. Appreciate it. You're not wrong. 35192. Send me a text. If you listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, you can drop us messages there, and you can watch if you want to. Find our YouTube channel.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena, September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you could win your way to be there with a weekend full of superstar performances.
Playing live.
The Offspring.
You gotta keep them separated.
Jelly Roll. Sammy Hagar. Justice. John Fogerty,
Diplo,
and more. 16 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Woo! Let me hang in Las Vegas. The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
This iHeart Energy.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Flash.
Things, dance, or disaster?
Claiborne Body Shop and Collision Center in Kent is the answer.
Quality work, trusted team, no drama.
Don't trust your ride to just anyone. Go Claiborne.
Check out the reviews.
don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Kia of Streetsboro. 99 cents get you driving. Kia of Streetsboro.
Kia of Streetsboro.com. 99 cents down and zero excuses at Kia of Streetsboro. What's that mean? Right now, drive home in a brand new Kia with only 99 cents down. That's right, less than $1. And we aren't stopping there. Get 0% interest on select new Kias. That's 0% APR, zero stress, and zero time to wait. Get a brand new Kia K5. Get zero hassles on the Kia Telluride or drive away in a fuel-efficient Kia Forte. All with low lease deals and financing as low as 0%. Put more of your money in your pocket. Got a trade-in? We'll give you up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book for it. Zero excuses at Kia of Streetsboro. Get to Kia of Streetsboro today right off the turnpike or seize the road at KiaofStreetsboro.com. Driven to exceed expectations.
Kia of Streetsboro.
Kia of Streetsboro.com. See dealer for details. Expires 8/31/25.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Crystal here for Hyundai of Bedford. If you're like me and maybe you need a little help getting approved, they've got your back. Their special team knows that just because your credit score might not be great, that doesn't mean you don't have buying power. They're going to take the time to get you into your beautiful new Hyundai with great styling and amazing tech, like the sporty Elantra. And every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Get to Hyundai of Bedford for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event now through September 2nd. HyundaiofBedford.com.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's ocean waves and kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testosterone, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SERVE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SERVE to 42424. That's SERVE to 42424.
The pitch, Kwan bangs a base hit into left. Guardians take a 3-1 lead.
Stephen Kwan, Jose Ramirez, and the Guards face Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners in a 3-game series August 29th through the 31st. Get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
That's the sound of your sweat falling, drip by drip by drip. Will anyone fix your air conditioning? Don't sweat it. Heart of Ohio will. Call or visit heartofohiohvac.com. Heart of Ohio and Plumbing Source. Now together to serve you better.
When you think of fries that are out of this world, you think of Mr. Hero's Potato Whoppers, don't you? They're the perfect addition to any sandwich and now come loaded with all your favorites, including cheddar cheese sauce, ranch, bacon, and chives.
I crave the hero.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral. They're the voices of your local community. Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals on looks everyone will be wearing. Romantic dresses from BCBG and Avec Les Filles. Western-inspired boots and bags from Steve Madden, all 25% off. Plus, take 15 to 25% off fall beauty from Yves Saint Laurent, Estee Lauder, and Clinique. Don't wait. This fall preview won't be around for long. So come into Macy's today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Alan. It's back. Hurry into your local McDonald's restaurant for a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg meal for breakfast. It includes a sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich, hash browns, and a small coffee. The deal is back once again this year. It's only available during breakfast hours for a limited time. You get a delicious breakfast to start your day. Order ahead in the McDonald's app. They can prep your meal while you're on the way. You choose curbside, front counter, or dine-in. Saves you time during a busy morning, and you get incredible savings every day. So hurry into McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary.
Make your long summer holiday weekend a good deal better by stocking up on your favorites during the Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match over 2,000 items store-wide, like Meijer shredded or chunk cheese, 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. Brawny paper towels and Dixie Family Pack paper plates and bowls. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Traffic.
In the Elk and Elk Traffic Center, if your child suffered a serious birth injury, call Elk and Elk at 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Pretty heavy traffic on 77 South between 490 and Grant. The crash after purging is gone. Pretty heavy traffic through the construction zone. Left lane blocked between Lorraine and West 117th Street. You're slow from West 25th Street. Traveling eastbound on 90, looks like there's a wreck blocking at least the center lane and part of the right lane at Clegg Road, quickly tying up traffic there. Jackie Robertson, the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Classic Toyota on the Auto Campus in Menor. August is the time to visit Classic Toyota for hot summer lease deals on 2025 Camrys and Tacomas in stock before summer ends. These sizzling deals won't last for long. Stop out to Classic Toyota in Menor or visit classictoyota.com.
From the Avon Lake Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Studios, we say yes.
The buzzer. The home of the buzzer. The buzzer. This is 100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland. Call the Alan Cox Show.
You don't deserve anything. You deserve to get smacked in the face and kicked in the dirt.
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
$35192. Send me a text. AlanCoxShow.com. Best place to email me. If you listen on the iHeartRadio app, tell me where. Especially if you do it from out of state. Jason listens in Glendale, California. Tim is in Linesville, PA. Daniel is in Beaverton, Oregon. Josh is in Tulsa. Jay Zapp is down there in Laredo, Texas. And John is out in Spanish Springs, Nevada. Some recent additions to the list. People think that the guy who sends us all these songs really wants to jump my bones, Rob. Seems unlikely.
Never know.
Yeah, you never do know. You never do know. Alan, I was a big sissy as well when dropping off my daughter at Dayton University. Had a blast on the cruise. I don't know why that makes you... Well, of course I know why. People think that makes you a sissy because guys aren't supposed to... But that feels so kind of old school. You know what I mean? It feels so very much not of the time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, again...
People are like, you're not supposed to cry.
I am what I am.
I've always been a big softie with those girls. So, cried.
And I'm just not a crier. I just never have been. But it's not to say that I have never, Obviously. I've had profound emotional experiences. Al and I would have left that, I was talking before the break about when I drove up, I was in college, drove up to drive my girlfriend's car back to Chicago from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And when I got up there, she broke up with me. I drove the car back. This person suggested that I should have left the car covered in butt and penis prints. I mean, again, that I wouldn't have even... I wasn't that kind of guy. Had I had the wherewithal to do that, it implies it's dusty, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I would have had to have coated it with something. And then what? I drop it off at the parents' house. It's covered with butt and penis prints.
Greasy marks everywhere.
I'm not trying to do that. At that point, I'm like, I'll just get back, drop the car off like I said I would. She didn't, so the weekend didn't go the way we thought it was going to go. Who knows? She might not even be alive anymore. We might be not speaking ill, but people were talking about how I cried when I was talking about when my old co-host passed away, my buddy Jim. We just hit the 10th anniversary. Unbelievably, we just hit the 10th anniversary of his passing in July last month. I did. I got very upset. Very upset.
Yeah.
Because I found out that morning. I found out on my way to work that he had died the night before. So I was very upset. But I did at the top of the show, and I talked about him, and, we were friends, and he had been my co-host in Chicago, and he was a big, we talked every day. In this business, when you get down to like a handful of people who are still doing it, you feel like the last man standing.
Yep.
And he was one of those guys. And so he and I, we would, chew the fat every day, pretty much. And hard to believe it's been 10 years. Alan, can I be a bureau chief from Bayard, West Virginia? I mean, you can. Never heard of Bayard in West by God, Virginia. I'll mark you down. I'll have to verify first. It's right on the Maryland border, Rob. You know anything about Bayard?
No, sir.
Well, there's a fire department. All right. Yeah. Why is everybody asking me about this Amish woman who drowned her kids? I don't understand. Out in Tuscarawas County.
Awful.
I hadn't seen the story. I Googled it in the break. All these people. How did she get the guy? How'd she get the dad in the lake? Amish family involved in 2 deadly drownings over the weekend. They were camping. The dad and the 4-year-old boy. The mother said she had a spiritual delusion. The 40-year-old mother's being hospitalized for mental health treatment. Saw a lot of Amish families when I was headed down to Yellow Springs on Friday for that Chappelle show. The mom will be charged with aggravated murder. They were camping there at Atwood Lake Park. And around 1 a.m. Saturday, the husband and wife, who believed God was speaking to them, went to the dock and jumped in the water. The sheriff said that they had been carrying out tasks to try to prove their faith. I guess jumping in the water is not enough because anybody can jump in the water. So they get back to the campground. He tells her he's going back into the lake. And then they, pull his body out. And then the mom put the 4-year-old in the golf cart, starts driving around. And then she drowns the kid in the lake. And there were a couple of teenagers with him, but they got away. So is the implication that the dad accidentally drowned? Or I don't understand this.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I understand how you can be a grown woman and, do that to your toddler. She also attempted to run from deputies and hide in a bush. I mean, that's not really going to work. Okay. Well, yeah, people keep asking me about that. I'm like, I hadn't heard anything about this. The surviving kids are all teenagers, and I'm sure that they will be ready to acclimate to the real world. I guess that is their real world, but I don't know. I'm curious how the dad how that happened to him.
All I can see from it, it just says the father had been seen by a witness at a different boat dock around 1 a.m. That's it. They recovered his body and a 4-year-old son.
Yeah. Well, awful story. Terrible story. Everybody, still rooting for God. Still out there doing it. Trying to prove their worth and their mettle, I guess, as it were. However, if you do listen on the app, you can always leave us messages there anytime.
Hey, Alan, it's Eric in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. A lot of talk about Cracker Barrel in yesterday's show. You mentioned the Brooklyn location as being infamous for that murder. I thought you were going to say it was infamous for that portrait of your great-great-great-grandmother on the wall. Yeah, that Mildred Cox, we named her. I ran the Twitter parody account for a couple years, and I'm wondering if anyone local can tell me, is that portrait still hanging up on the wall? Love to know. See ya.
Mildred Cox. We had so many parody Twitter accounts back in the day. One of them was Mildred Cox because, I'll show you on the live stream here, people thought that this picture of this old-timey woman somehow looked like me or looked like a relative or something. I don't know. And so Eric, unbeknownst to me, started one of the many Alan Cox Show parody Twitter accounts, that one being Mildred Cox. Alan Cox Show's great-great-great-great-grandmother from Tupelo, Mississippi, now immortalized as an antique at the Cracker Barrel in Brooklyn, Ohio. Got all the way up to 295 followers, Rob, without a single post. How about that? 10 years ago. I forgot about all that. We had people would just, I would make a side comment and somebody would start a parody Twitter account. Hey, here's Alan's toe when he popped the nail off 20 years ago. But, now that Twitter, I don't even know what's doing on Twitter anymore. I'm not on Twitter. Haven't been in a long time. Not even on Blue Sky. Because I just wasn't on that. And I didn't care.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
It gets less and less fun, right? I mean, there's all these things for a while. They were like, this is going to be the Twitter killer. I think Twitter was the Twitter killer. I don't know.
Alan, Rich down in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm listening to you tell your story about your ex-girlfriend up in Wisconsin who broke up with you over the weekend, but then you still drove her vehicle back to her home state. That's a little crazy, but who breaks up with somebody and then expects to get favors out of them? She's using you. She absolutely used you, and you just played along with it because I wish you could explain it. You're a nice guy. It goes beyond being a nice guy. That's just being naive. Hate the show. Bye.
Rich is worried for me 30 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Still worried. There's no explanation there. And no, I'm not a particularly nice guy. But at that time, it wasn't, the request itself was not that crazy, right? Hey, could you come up to school, drive my car back? Sure. I didn't know that in the interim, she was planning to let me down. I'd love to tell you she let me down easy. But she didn't. She goes, okay, well, I really appreciate you taking the car, and I'm seeing someone here. And I go, what do you mean you're seeing someone? Like your eyes work? Or there's a lot of people walking around. No, it wasn't like I was heartbroken. I don't want to give the impression that I was just like crestfallen and weeping all the way home. It was it rose to the level of being annoying. I mean, I'm no dummy. I was like, she's going off to college. I was a year ahead of her, right? Like, she's going to college. Of course, something's going to happen. I didn't think it was going to be then. She'd been smart. She would have waited until I got back.
Yeah.
I guess she thought telling me face to face was the way to do it. That's fine. I mean, it's not like I would have felt any worse or better had she done it on the phone. And it's certainly nothing that has kept me awake nights. This is a long time ago. But as a function of, what the hell are we talking about? Driving stuff? Your cars back and things like that? Yeah. That was a kick in the nuts.
I would have tossed her the keys, dude.
Because I know.
Sorry.
But I was being a nice guy.
You
and
are.
maybe I thought something would happen on the way back. Maybe I was like, well, if this thing runs out of gas, or if it's, but again, it's like, I'm not trying to ruin somebody's property, I was trying to be a cool guy. Rob, you ever heard of a song called Free Bird by a band called, golly, I hope I'm saying this right, Lynyrd Skynyrd?
I think so.
This radio station, I would think if anybody played it, this radio station play it.
We play it, yeah. I'm familiar.
Have you seen the guy who whistles the Free Bird solo? No. You haven't seen this guy? He's like an older dude. This is on TikTok. Older dude, and the faces that he makes are really the best part. Ralph Whistler is what he calls himself. Ralph Whistler. And he whistles the solo there in Free Bird. It's a long, long song. The full song, forget the solo itself. Full song's like, 9 minutes long. And the way he whistles is weird, right? So he's making all these wild faces. He's not a guy who's pursing his lips, obviously. And I've never seen this guy before. He's probably done one of those shows on TV. Hey, this guy whistles.
Yeah.
I've never seen him before. Imagine what the birds in his goddamn neighborhood are doing. Like they're crashing into windows. They don't want to go south.
Screw the birds. Think about the family, neighbors, just everybody. This guy annoys every single day by practicing the solo of Free Bird. Oh, my God. I would hate this guy. And it's honestly, it's not that good. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, if you played that back,
I can't do it.
He was missing all over the place.
Wow.
You're going to sit there and put out a video about whistling. Come on, man. You better be like note for note.
This guy.
He's taking breaths. He's this. He's that. He goes, no.
I forgot to mention, and I knew it. I knew what I was walking into. I forgot to mention. Rob's Freebird solo whistle standards are so high.
Yes.
That this guy ain't even in the top 5.
Not even top 5.
Wow.
He's missing everything. I could do that. Whoa, look what I just did.
You're not doing that. Well.
Look at me. I just did the solo on a Freebird. This guy can get bent.
I think we can all agree. Maybe the solo to Freebird's too long. Maybe it's not this guy's fault.
It's not long enough.
It's a Van Zant family's fault. This is not a young man. I guess I'm maybe mostly impressed by the fact that he's got some breath control. It's not a young man. This guy looks like he's in his early 70s.
You know everybody leaves that house the same time every single day. As soon as Pops gets going, 4:30, everybody's gone for 2 hours.
Oh, Jesus, he's going to do Freebird on TikTok again.
Oh, gee, let's go. He never gets it in the first take. He's going to do this 83 times. The neighbors are all pissed off.
Oh, right, multiple takes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Is there any chance we can get this guy added as an 11th hour guest to the iHeartRadio Music Festival?
Well,
I got that trip to give away around 5:30. I would love. See and again, I've never been to the festival because I've never been asked. Nevertheless, I have to wonder if they could really up their game with this thing by throwing guys like this in between, right? Hey, before Taint McRae comes out, here's the Freebird whistling dude. Everybody go nuts.
Ralph Whistler.
Ralph Whistler.
No.
It does.
I can do it.
It does kind of wear out its welcome right after. I guess I didn't remember the solo being that long.
It's very long. And it's
yeah.
It's coming back around again.
I mean, he does have to remember how the solo goes, though.
Yeah.
You might not hit every lick, but you got to remember, like, the melody and the direction of it. And I've heard that song 4 billion times, and I couldn't tell you, like, what the... Rob, is it safe to say that you are underwhelmed by this guy? That you
Yes.
are less than impressed?
Yes.
All right.
Listen, God bless anyone that can get their 15 minutes, right? That's dumb.
Somebody commented Freebird from the bird's perspective. What are some of the other songs he does? I mean, he must do some other songs, right? Dream On by Aerosmith, Rob? Maybe that... Did you call him a jerk?
Yeah.
This guy's a jerk.
Yeah. Ralph
Wow.
Whistler.
Ralph Whistler. All
Get
right.
bent, sir.
It's just him. I don't know. He has a Detroit Tigers shirt on in one of these, so I don't know if he's in that part of the country or what. But he's got 1 million likes, Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, likes you and I have.
Not 1 million.
4.
Yep. A couple
Got
here and there.
19,000 followers. This guy's on Cameo.
Oh, God.
Christmas is coming up. Hey, Rob. I heard you think. What'd you call him?
Think I'm a jerk, huh?
Yeah, this guy's a jerk. Hey, Rob. Hey, I'm Ralph Whistler. I wonder what he charges for Cameo. Hold on, let me find you one. Maybe there's different ones you'll like. Some of these he has a shirt on, some of them he doesn't. I don't know. Train kept it rolling.
I had a song that was
So he's got he's got an affinity for the guys in Aerosmith there. Yeah, do draw the line. You want to impress me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ralph Whistler.
Look, I just did it. 1 million views.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rob Anthony, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. I think it is the visual.
Or
though,
as
right?
he's
Like
more
his face.
affectionately known in our Latino listener community.
Roberto Antonio, el Rattler del Clip.
Alan, God, Rob's reaction, you'd think the guy was whistling Cheeseburger in Paradise. Maybe that's in there.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's no solo in that song, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's got to be the facial expressions. People just dig that. Like, it's funny, cutesy, ha ha ha. Old guy whistling, cute.
And also, if the guy can make a couple of bucks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
God bless him. You know, he found something people care about online. Awesome. No, who cares?
Alan, if this guy starts doing this around me, he's getting a punch to the trachea.
See?
Yeah, but I can't imagine he's like in public doing that. Every one of these videos, he's like in the same chair, probably in his office. He's like, time to shoot my TikToks.
See, my luck, it's going to be the next flight that I'm on. We're stuck on the tarmac, and that announcement comes over. Does anybody want to entertain the plane while we sit here on the tarmac? And that jagoff stands up and starts doing the whistling act.
And then he does Flight of the Bumblebees.
Oh.
And you go bananas.
I could just imagine. I'd be just sitting on that airplane when that happens. And he starts, I can whistle the solo in Freebird. And he gets up and does that. Oh, God, I would have to find things to just, I don't know what I would do.
Would you rather have that, or would you rather have Dave Koz and his friends playing their little thing while everybody's waiting on the tarmac? Or maybe literally in concert, this guy and...
It blows either way, but I would take Dave Koz all day long. At least he's a musician.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
Now, here's what I want to give people watching the live stream. You could make the case that this is even better without the noise. Just the facial expressions, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
That's what people are watching, and that's kind of what because I'm seeing it on delay, so I'm hearing what we're saying, and I'm looking at him, and there's no sound, so it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It looks like he's speaking very fast.
Yeah. Alan, you should have had the local crabapple toughs take care of the ex-girlfriend's car windows. Again, I wasn't trying to engage in property damage, right? She did what she needed to do, and she did it. I've got to take a break here. Hey, I want to go see A Day to Remember. They are on, what's the name of the tour? Day to Remember, and I think Yellow Card are on the road. Yeah, it's the Maximum Fun Tour with State Champs and Boundaries. Those are your opening bands. Part of the Minutemen Workforce Solutions concert series. This is going on out at Blossom Friday, September 5. So not far off. If you're not going to Jerry Cantrell at the House of Blues that night, I'm going to get out there to Blossom. Day to Remember and Yellow Card. LiveNation.com has the info for you. You get my pair of tickets right now. First one of the week. 2 tickets for caller 10. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just tell it to play The Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
From the Universal Windows Direct Weather Center, WMMS Weather.
Rain and thunderstorms likely tonight, low 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny, lake effect rain, high tomorrow 68. Sunny Wednesday with a high of 70.
This report is sponsored by Columbus Zoo. This summer, something wild is coming to your Columbus Zoo.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
0, 0, 0. Are we out of our minds? 119. Are we out of our minds? Buy with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, or 0 payments for 90 days. Lease a Kia from just $119 a month at Ken Ganley. 25K for 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. Over 1,500 Kias, including K5, Seltos, Telluride, Sportage, K4, and Sorrento, with discounts up to $5,000 off. $5,000 off. Need credit? No problem. We have more ways to say yes at the home of 0, 0, 0. Ken Ganley Kia in Medina, Mentor, Alliance, and Boardman. Online at KenGanleyKia.com. Tell them Mackenzie sent you because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
KMA rebates assigned to dealer 25 Sportage APR 1667 per month per 1,000 financed 5,000 dealer discount on 25 Sorrento EX plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit through KMF expires 9/1/25.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Flash.
And we want to turn you on to something great.
The Claiborne Auto Stores on Route 59 in Kent.
The Claiborne Auto Stores have the best selection, price, and customer service.
Take it from us, the Claiborne Auto Stores rock.
Check out Claiborne.com.
It's Casey and Austin from the Calvetta Brothers Floor Show.
We have the best customers. People keep coming back, telling their kids to come back, telling their friends to come in. Just the fact that they enjoyed it so much that they are, recommending us, and we're seeing them so many times throughout the years. It's just amazing.
I didn't think I'd be in this business long enough to see our customers' kids coming in. Calvetta Brothers.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
You're getting old.
And I'm getting old.
We really, we have generations of people falling in love with their home, literally.
We get a lot of feedback about how easy it is to shop Calvetta Brothers. From the minute you walk in till, we're done with the job in the house.
Yeah.
And all 5 stores have really great staff.
Yeah, we got Bedford Heights, Westlake, Northfield, Menor, our newest location in Bath.
If people haven't been in our stores, they should definitely stop in.
It's time to fall in love again with your home, only at the Calvetta Brothers Floor Show.
Hey, what's up? It's Rob from Mentality, and my journey has begun. I got tired of the excuses. I made an appointment and got my blood work back. Guess what? Low side of normal for my testosterone levels. No surprise. I'm always tired. I'm lazy. I don't want to do anything. All signs of having low T. So we sat down and put together a plan for me that I am now following. If you're feeling the same way I am, join me. MentalityHealth.com/radio. Take back your fire.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testosterone, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SERVE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SERVE to 42424. That's SERVE to 42424.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira Joyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Kia of Streetsboro. 99 cents gets you driving. Kia of Streetsboro. Kia of Streetsboro.com.
99 cents down and 0 excuses at Kia of Streetsboro. What's that mean? Right now, drive home in a brand new Kia with only 99 cents down. That's right, less than $1. And we aren't stopping there. Get 0% interest on select new Kias. That's 0% APR, 0 stress, and 0 time to wait. Get a brand new Kia K5. Get 0 hassles on the Kia Telluride or drive away in a fuel-efficient Kia Forte. All with low lease deals and financing as low as 0%. Put more of your money in your pocket. Got a trade-in? We'll give you up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book for it. 0 excuses at Kia of Streetsboro. Get to Kia of Streetsboro today right off the turnpike or seize the road at KiaofStreetsboro.com. Driven to exceed expectations.
Kia of Streetsboro. Kia of Streetsboro.com.
See dealer for details. Expires 8/31/25.
Traffic.
In the Elk and Elk Traffic Center, if your child suffered a serious birth injury, call Elk and Elk at 1-800-ELK, Ohio. Jennings Freeway North at 71 North, multi-vehicle accident, mostly in the grassy median and the shoulders, but the left lane of the Jennings Freeway North at 71 is blocked. 2 left lanes blocked with the wreck on 90 East at Clegg Road, backing up traffic to Columbia, and construction delays on 90 West from the 490-90 split out towards West Boulevard. Jackie Robertson, the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Hey, Ohio.
Outside your window.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I got a trip to Vegas for you in a few minutes here. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is not that far off. It's a handful of weeks away. The 19th and 20th of September. September, of course, begins 1 week from today. And you and a pal get you out to Vegas, get you passes for the whole event, fly you out, put you up, whole thing, throw $1,000 in your pocket as well. Well, and that's all well and good, but you've neglected to tell us who will be performing. All right, give me a second. Bryan Adams and a young man named Diplo. Ed Sheeran and Glorilla and Jelly Roll and John Fogerty. Lil Wayne, LL Cool J. You know, when you watch these things, because this is going to be live on Hulu, and it's, these have been televised the last few years, and anytime you see an awards program, they put all the young, hot people up front, or, they'll have them like this pit, so they just go bananas no matter who comes out. That's part of it, right? And easy to do if it's kind of like on the younger pop end of things. If Taint McRae comes out, that crowd's going to go nuts. Now, they will have no idea who John Fogerty is, but it's got to make him feel good to come out at the T-Mobile Arena in front of those kids, and they go crazy. And by the way, I shouldn't paint him with that broad of a brush. There might be a lot of people whose parents were in the CCR or something like that, Small number of those kids might have grown up hearing that music. And they go, this is great. You might have that rare outlier, a kid who, and by kid, I mean like 20s, right? You might have somebody there who's like, Lil Wayne, give me John Fogerty. Where's Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker? Mom and Dad used to listen to them. Anyway, Offspring and Tim McGraw and lots more. So, again, all week, and I think this week and next, last 2 weeks for you to win these trips. But Rover's got one, Stansbury's got one, I got them. So plenty of trips to Vegas for you to win. This one 6 or 7 minutes away. Hey, Dick.
Hey, how you doing, Alan and Rob? What's up, buddy?
We were just talking about you earlier in the show.
Really?
I was like, boy, I bet that Dick has got something to say about those Cleveland Browns.
Yes. I'm telling you, what a difference. I kept thinking maybe the way they played last year, but Sacco just drove them down there, and then they just looked so like the old Browns, and I'm happy for them. But I'm surprised they played Flacco. But I think I like the other guy.
Well, they want to see what he can. What's the other guy's name?
Sanders. Is it Sanders? And then there was they had Kelly Pickett, didn't they? For the
Kelly Pickett.
Three. I can't,
who is the Sanders? What's the Sanders guy's first name though? I don't know who this guy is.
I don't either.
Oh.
I don't either. I don't. But
so you're just reading the name. You know the names on the jerseys.
Yeah.
You know Flacco's first name.
Joe, right?
Joe Flacco. Mm-hmm. And you know Pickett's first name.
Nope.
Kelly.
Wait, Kevin?
Kelly
Pickett.
Kelly Pickett.
What is Sanders' first name?
You got me on that.
It's Larry.
I just call him Sanders.
Larry Sanders.
His dad played.
Yep.
His dad was pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
His dad was the Colonel. You might have seen him on advertisements for a company called Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What happened to? I'm hoping the Guardians going to get a wild card. They were in second, and then
they sure did get a wild card. Hey, we're pulling two of your guys out for gambling.
Yeah,
that is the definition of a wild card, my friend.
Yeah, but are they going to be able to get the wild card and play? You think?
I don't.
I have no idea. Your guess is probably more educated than ours, Dick.
And not if they can't start playing right? Can't start winning games.
You got to start playing right.
Start winning games.
Start playing right. Yeah. You got to put that Kelly Pickett in there.
Yeah.
You got to put Janine Flacco in there.
Larry Sanders.
Hank Kingsley. All of them.
Yeah. So, Yeah?
Yeah. How was the weekend, Dick? Did you get to perform for anyone?
I haven't performed. I've been helping one of my friends down here activities, and we're going through some of the things, and I help her out, and I get the coffee and drinks out. We have exercise. Then we play like Stump. Each day we have a topic like rivers or states or musical people. Movies.
This
movie, so,
this sounds like trivia, is what you're describing, Dick.
Yeah, trivia. It's
Okay.
really good.
No, you're not just limited to rivers and people and snacks. Then it's all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So, Alan, are you still coming this week?
Oh boy, I'm not. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not coming this week.
You're not?
I'm not. Plans change all the time, Dick. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? What happened?
Oh, just life gets in the way.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Well, boy, me too. But wouldn't you know it? Just
Next time, yeah.
What a mess, Dick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, you'll try to get down here, won't you? Sometime, won't you?
Sure will.
Will you?
Sure will.
You know, you got my support.
Thank you, Dick.
Yeah. Well, have a good day.
Everybody have Dick tonight.
Rob, I have his support.
I wanted to blow you up so bad.
I was waiting for you to do it. And cooler heads prevailed.
Well, once you said I'm not going to make it, I was going to say.
But he sounded so sad.
He did, and I was going to say. So, Alan, when is your trip to Dayton? That was what I was going to say.
You couldn't bring yourself to pull the finishing move on him.
But then he said it, and he did. He sounded sad. I couldn't say anything. I just kept quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You broke an old man's heart, Alan.
No, it's just, listen, this guy, he's learning about rivers and snacks and people. And Kelly Pickett has his full and unwavering support. Kelly Pickett, Juanita Flacco, Larry Sanders.
Yeah.
Hank Kingsley, all of them. By the way, how about Shadur Sanders' brother?
Oh, God. How to kill a career in 2 seconds.
Yeah, but, aren't guys doing stuff like this all the time?
They're not all rookies. They're not all doing it on the field during a game.
Yeah, okay. Shiloh Sanders. You got to give Deion Sanders credit, at the very least, for not naming all of his kids with a D name. Usually that's the route they go. Maybe his wife's name was an SH or something, but Shiloh Sanders, Neon Deion's son, of course, and brother of Shadur Sanders, has already been cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is that still Baker Mayfield?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Shiloh Sanders, as part of the NFL's required league-wide cuts. Oh, so bad timing then, really.
Well, of course.
Really, really bad timing.
He was an undrafted kid, too, right?
Oh, okay. So it was an easy decision.
And then the attitude, the father who likely will be a massive pain in your ass at some point, the throwing a punch on the field during a preseason game.
He got ejected from their final preseason game for punching. He landed or he threw one?
He landed it.
Landed it. Zach Davidson there with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, they were jarring back and forth. Like he kind of it was they pushed him back into the end zone, and then Shadur Sanders just reaches from down below and just punches him right in the face. Which again,
uppercut him.
Not too bright when you have bare hand against a helmet.
Yeah.
And then he put his hands up. What? What'd I do? The referee was standing in front of him when he threw the punch.
Yeah, you get your head all in a froth. 25 entered the NFL as an undrafted free agent. You know, I saw that same thing happen with Mark Wahlberg and the Philadelphia Eagles, Rob.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Just a perfect walk-on.
After a college career. And golly, he went to Colorado, where he played for his father. Well, it says right here he's known for his aggressive play. Let them fight. He could land on Tampa Bay's practice squad. So this sounds like they're like, hey, if he's got enough raw material, we'll just get him off the books. Off the field, he's dealing with $11 million in debt.
Oh, good.
Related to an altercation at his school in Dallas, which led him to file bankruptcy last year. So this isn't a guy who can afford to be making less money. He claimed the altercation at his school was in self-defense. The court-sided with the former school security guard who said he was attacked by Shiloh Sanders and suffered permanent injuries.
It was definitely a tough weekend for those boys.
Shadur Sanders and his brother Shiloh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Shadur had a rough go out there. I think he got sacked like 8 times.
Sure. Well, he's in the big leagues, baby.
Yeah.
But he's not throwing punches.
No, he was sacked 5 times. But I mean,
Shadur is the younger brother, by the way. Shiloh Sanders is 25. Shadur Sanders is 23 years old.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of the stuff that he did in college. You know, the running in and out of the pocket, trying to move constantly. Didn't look great, but it looks like he's making the team.
Is there any chance that the Cleveland Browns are going to kick the tires on Shiloh Sanders?
I can't imagine they would do that, but maybe. Maybe. I mean,
who knows, right?
The Bucs didn't completely close the door either. They cut him, and they said, you know, if nobody picks him up, they could potentially put him on the practice squad. So that's a good place to be if you want to try to, get your career back.
And it asks the age-old question that football analysts and sports journalists and just plain old everyday fans have asked themselves for decades in this city. Just how many Sanderses does one team need? I got a trip here to Vegas for you. It's you and a pal on your way out there for the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Now in its, gotta be 8th or 9th year, maybe 10th. Out there at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Ed Sheeran and John Fogerty and Sammy Hagar and LL Cool J and Lil Wayne and Maroon 5 and many, many more. And you and a friend could be out there with $1,000 that we'll put into your pocket as well because it's Vegas. So listen closely. It's your last chance to win today, and good luck.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard message and data rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
You'll have another shot at, 3 of those trips tomorrow. It's like the Neil Diamond song Shiloh was written just for him. I don't remember that song. My mom listened to a lot of Neil Diamond. I don't remember Shiloh by Neil
You would
Diamond.
know the hook as soon as you heard it.
Would I?
Yeah.
Shiloh, stop punching your teammates. Was it like very prescient, or was it one of those songs that you... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know this.
Ya-da-da-dee-da-do. I guess I never knew that was the name of the song.
He says it, yeah, quite a bit.
Well, all right, Rob.
Listen, I'm not...
I was listening to this when I was like in, 3rd grade.
But I told you you'd know the song, and you did, so it's good. You don't forget Shiloh, man.
When children play, seems like you end up alone.
Tell you what kind of stinks, though, boy, is you put Shiloh in your search bar. You should be getting one Neil Diamond. You ain't. You're getting Shiloh Sanders. 1967. Wow. It was old.
What was that right there?
Shiloh when I was... I get it. Was this his first album?
That
Shiloh,
I don't know.
first song?
That I
album
don't know.
was Just For You. The second album. It's
Something
never been released on CD. His first 2 albums, never released on CD. Okay, so my mom had this. I remember the album of Just For You. Very young man. Him and a guitar and a girl behind him.
It sounds to me like he just said the name of the song again.
I like that his next album was called Velvet Gloves and Spit. They're like, wow, Neil, you really are taking a different tack here, you know? He's like, yeah, the next album's called Bend Over and Grease Up, baby.
Grab your ankles, Y-E-R.
Yer. Shiloh. All right. Kentucky Woman was on it, and Cherry Cherry, and Solitary Man.
I think he just said the
okay.
name of the song again. Wasn't
Yes.
sure. Might have
Girl,
missed it.
you'll be a woman soon.
Shiloh, you always came.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, my mom had those records, but she was buying Neil Diamond well into the 70s. But that was 1967. All tracks are also available on the compilation album, The Bang Years. I have to assume that was the name of the record label he was on.
I hope not.
And not that he was just getting a lot of tail.
Well,
between 66 and 68.
You see him then?
Oh, there it is, Bang Records. The Bang Years.
Just.
Thank Lord for the nighttime.
I'm going to plow my way through the Midwest.
La Bamba. That's on that record. Hanky Panky. Monday, Monday. Red Rubber Ball. Yeah, all those. I listened to a lot of Neil Diamond growing up. And I got no complaints. Now, I've never seen the man live. But he is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He got inducted in 2011. And he's gotten, numerous Lifetime Achievement Awards and things like that. Even though his lifetime isn't over yet. He's been an honoree at the Kennedy Center. He got the Lifetime Achievement Grammy Award in 2018. Isn't that what they give people who, for some reason, have never won a Grammy? Don't they give him the Lifetime Achievement Award? There's no way that he could not have won Grammys. But I feel like that's what they give you when, just for whatever reason, you never won any.
Celebrate them while they're alive.
Yeah. He's got Parkinson's, so he hasn't toured for a while. But they still have him in the commercials for that. Don't they have a stage production for Neil Diamond? It's called A Beautiful Noise. I think it might have come through here not long ago. And, married a bunch of times. When he was 70, married a 41-year-old woman.
Robbing the cradle again.
Hey, whatever, Neil Diamond. I mean, that's his real name. So many people change their name in showbiz. I was like, Diamond is a full-on stage name. Nope. Neil Leslie Diamond. What a great. When you're born with a showbiz name, you're either going to go to the jewelry business with that name, or you're going to be on stage.
My real name is Neil Diamond.
Yeah. My stage name was, I used to perform under the name of Frank Amethyst. But, yeah, I like that guy.
It's great.
Got a syrupy, sweet voice, man. When that guy goes, that's going to be another one. And we forget about him because he's 84. And he's kind of in the background. And he hasn't toured for a number of years. But one day we're going to wake up, and it might be soon, and they go, oh, my God, Neil Diamond died.
That's going to be sad.
And then, guess what? You're going to be hearing a hell of a lot more where that came from here on this show. Right?
Just do a whole dedication hour.
Yeah, well, I certainly wouldn't be prone to doing that, but I'm gonna go in. Solitary man. What I'll do is I'll just play a couple of seconds over it, and then I'll sing the hook. I'll play everything except Sweet Caroline, because I know that's what people want, and that's most of what they know. But you maniacs have ruined that song. Song blue. How about that one?
No complaints.
They coming to America. That one too? Love on the Rocks. Ain't no surprise.
You know where I stand.
Drink and I'll tell you some lies.
You know where I stand with Neil Diamond.
You don't bring me flowers. That's where it begins and ends for you. Neil Diamond and Babs.
Yeah.
Ain't no surprise.
Ain't no surprise.
See, he's referring to. Yeah. It's a double entendre there, Rob. On the rocks. The lovers they're on the rocks.
Oh.
Like a drink would be.
That's what that. Okay.
Yup.
Jeez, who knew?
I mean, I assume this was the breakup of his marriage to Cracklin' Rosie.
Get on board.
Cracklin' Rosie, make me smile. Nothing good is going to come out of that once you start crackling your lady. You got to figure it out for there. Rob asked Alan if he knows the song Roxanne Next. They don't say that name very much in the song. All right. Huge Police fan. Of course I know that.
What's the name of this one? God.
Oh, come on.
I can't come up with...
everybody's...
damn it.
Everybody's bagging on Starship these days. What was that song? They wrote a song about a girl, but I don't remember what it was called.
Carla.
Was it Carla?
Boy.
Was it Dana? Was it... I don't know. By the way, why is everyone, and by everyone I mean like this particular moment in time on the internet, why is everyone crapping all over Starship? How did they get to be, for a band that in one iteration or another has been around for 60 goddamn years, how did that band from the 80s make its way back full circle to everybody taking a dump on it?
Because I think it always ends up on the worst songs of all time list. We built this city.
Well, they say
so that just
that.
makes it the low-hanging
Why
fruit.
does that end up on the worst songs of all time song?
I don't know. I don't think it's the worst song by any means of all time.
No,
it's not my favorite.
It's all I can handle. Yeah, you're right.
Marconi plays the
But they had so many other good songs.
Well, people don't know that is Jefferson's Starship, right? They don't.
But
people
I
don't
mean,
stop
just
and think about what.
But
they
I
were.
think even in the '80s they had a bunch of good songs. Sarah was a great song, big hit. Okay, we built the city. All right, I mean,
Turd in a punch bowl. Everybody makes them.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. That was from a movie, I think. Oh, not
Yeah,
great.
Mannequin,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And we can build this dream together.
Right. Yeah, but the early stuff was great. And I don't know, man. Mickey Thomas is great. I think Grace Slick.
Yeah, it's Grace Slick.
Back in the day. Yeah. Crackling Moses. So if you, that's right. Hey, my baby. So if you hate the sound of my voice, you better drop to your knees every night and pray that Neil Diamond keeps on living. You better hope this guy really, his Parkinson's takes a miraculous turn for the better. I've got a break. Shortly after 6, we'll get rolling. Make way for your Guardians pregame. They start up tonight at Progressive Field. Back here at home, hopefully with better results, with a friendly crowd. 6:40 is your first pitch tonight against Tampa on the Buzzard.
The Alan Cox Show
on 100.7 WMMS.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Doesn't matter if it's Dubai chocolate or whatever. If it's trending on social media, Crystal, our phone screener, will want it.
I definitely like that stuff. Yeah, the wax candies that were filled with that jelly. I wanted those so bad. They were trending for a while. But I like little things, too. Little things make me happy. A little piece of candy, a little tiny toy.
Jeffrey, this is where
Simple,
you whip out your pecker.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekdays on 100.7 WMMS and 24/7 on our free iHeartRadio app.
It's just lunch. Connection awaits with guaranteed dates.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, it's Crystal here for Hyundai of Bedford. If you're like me and maybe you need a little help getting approved, they've got your back. Their special team knows that just because your credit score might not be great, that doesn't mean you don't have buying power. They're going to take the time to get you into your beautiful new Hyundai with great styling and amazing tech, like the sporty Elantra. And every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Get to Hyundai of Bedford for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event now through September 2nd. HyundaiofBedford.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
0, 0, 0. Are we out of our minds? 119. Are we out of our minds? Buy with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, or 0 payments for 90 days. Visa Kia from just
Cleveland. Call the Alan Cox Show.
It's called the cellular phone, and it's being heralded as a revolution in technology.
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
People were telling me in the break, Jefferson Starship just played the Kent stage like a few nights ago. Thursday night.
No kidding.
And the review from all the people who hit me up was, they didn't suck. Hey, listen. I mean, they have any original members in that band? Who's in Jefferson? The 50th anniversary again.
I think she's still there, isn't she?
Who? No, Grace Lake's long gone. Mickey Thomas is gone. I think, okay, so Donnie Baldwin, who joined in 82. David Freiberg, who's the only original member. Kathy Richardson is the singer. Kathy Richardson she's a Chicago artist, so she must know somebody in that band. The Kathy Richardson band 25 years ago was like doing clubs in Chicago and stuff. So she would do like Janis Joplin tributes and things like that. Okay, so they were just at the Kent stage.
I thought Grace Slick came back at one point or
she
something.
did, but that was a while ago. Yeah, because she came back in the 80s. She came back for because like Paul Kantner died. Marty Balin died. Mike and Parma's like, hey, hit the post on Hearts by Marty Balin. Remember Hearts by Marty Balin? Wow. 100.7 WMMS. Hey, big fan of the Jefferson Starship. Friend by Marty Balin. Got himself a brand new song. I don't know if this is where it cuts or not. It's called Hearts on the Buzzard. It was weak.
You hit the secondary post. That counts.
No, I didn't. Doesn't count.
It does.
No. 1981. This was his debut solo album, just called Balin. Yeah!
It's kind of funny where you went with Jefferson Starship. You find your way back. You skipped over like White Rabbit, like all the songs that people are like, oh, that's them. Miracles.
Miracles is great, but I don't like all that, Rob.
Oh, you don't dig
I don't like
the
all that hippie,
psychedelic hippy-dippy stuff? No.
Nope. I don't like all that hippie drug music, Rob. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it.
Miracles is legit, though. That's a great song. But that was the other. Who was singing that, though? That wasn't Mickey Thomas.
No.
Was it Marty Balin? Marty Balin sing
You
Miracles?
got me there. That I don't know.
Written by Marty Balin. It's on Red Octopus. Yeah, he sang it. Jesus, this was on the radio all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those guys are dead, right? Papa John Creech is gone. So Freiberg is like the last original dude in that band.
Grace Slick's freaking 85.
Yeah. Marty Balin's gone. Paul Kantner died some years ago. Craig Chiquiso is still alive, but he had like, that, I think he changed to like smooth jazz or something. So he's out there, touring with Kenny G or something. Touring with Kenny G. God damn it. Can't do it. Oh, okay, good. Well, there's the review. They were just at the Kent stage, and they didn't suck. Good for them.
Hey, Alan. Oh, hey there, Rob. You guys work in the rock music industry. I've had a song in my head.
We do work in the rock
and I cannot
music.
figure it out.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe you guys can help me. It goes.
Pardon me.
He's kidding. He has to be,
he
right?
is? Oh, okay.
He has to be, right?
All right, I don't know.
And then I can't get to the rest. I don't have the resolve.
Yeah.
Hate the show. Cotton balls.
Cotton balls there. I see. He's trolling us because, Rob, We work in the rock music industry. That's why. Boy, this is a song MMS should pick up and start playing. How about the Chris Cornell version?
We played it for a long time.
Chris Cornell?
Yeah.
I was going to say, man. As far as cover songs go, that's hard to beat. Chris Cornell doing anybody's song. Chris Cornell doing Nothing Compares to You. You got to think if anybody had a song that they really liked and were like, I'm not really sure if I did the best possible job I can do with it. I should give it to Chris Cornell and see if he can do something with it. Of course, he invariably would. Oh, come on, man. Oh, there's all the preamble in there?
Yep.
All right. Well, we got to go because the... boy, I'm leaving people with Chris Cornell blue balls right there. My apologies. I did not... I was not keeping track of the time. Very sorry. We got to go. Your Guardians pregame is minutes away. They will start up back here at home, hopefully being among friends. Will improve their fortunes out there on the field. With all the tumult in the organization right now, they could really use a win, especially after this last weekend. So 6:40 is that start, first of 3 against Tampa. Where can people hit you up in the interim, Rob?
WMMS Rob on Instagram.
All right. I'm Alan Cox Show on your platforms. The program is available for you wherever you get your podcasts. If you listen to the show on the iHeartRadio app, however, you can drop us quick messages there with that radio talkback button. Otherwise, you can leave voicemails. That number is 216-986-8903. And AlanCoxShow.com, best place to email me. Always happy to send out Alan Cox Show stickers. People will email me and go, hey, I'm traveling overseas in a couple of weeks. Can you send me some stickers? I'm like, absolutely. So if it's time sensitive, by the way, and you're hoping to tag your destination, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you again tomorrow around 2 o'clock. More trips to Vegas for you. More Guardians tickets and whatever else. They are next. Thank you guys very much for hanging out, and we'll see you in hell.
Just before we go, I'm going to go to the bathroom for a bit. Not to cry about you leaving, but just to take a huge dump. So if you hear any crying from the bathroom, not about you. It's the dump.
Be careful of what you say. Be careful in every way. Be careful of what you do.